Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John.
I'm Claire.
This is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Rome Total War, the live stream. It's like Rome Total War, but we do it live. Claire and I are still not quite in 100% health. I think we've been giving each other the same cold, like backwards and forwards, slightly mutated for 3 weeks at this point. It does kind of feel like that. It genuinely does. We've just been consistently getting, like, slightly more or less ill, like, to varying degrees. It's been great. It's been great. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get all the coughing that normally gets Ed stabbed. I've got 2 drinks. I've been surviving using this weird French syrup that Claire keeps giving me.
Yes, I noticed that when I asked you if you wanted a drink, you said no, you were fine, and then you went and fixed you up a drink and you didn't bring me one.
Didn't think of you existing. I forgot that you exist or might want something. It's fine.
Amazeballs.
We'll have a break at some point so Claire can have a drink too. Because I just brought 2 drinks for me and none for her. I just need this French syrup stuff, alright? I think it's incredibly sugary, this syrup stuff.
You do realise that it is called syrup for a reason, right?
It's just sugar, isn't it?
That is what syrup is.
I think I can feel it literally rotting my teeth as I drink it.
Well, you already said all of that in the Patreon cast, which I just finished editing.
That's
so,
true.
I've literally just heard that joke.
Oh, for goodness sake.
10 minutes ago.
Welcome to the live stream. At least 20% new material.
Great.
Oh dear. Right, I've got the things up I need for you. Then we just need to, if this is going to work correctly. Yeah, there we go. Now I need to introduce some sound. That sound. There we go. I think that should be fine. I'll lower the volume if that needs to be. I think it might be a bit loud because I changed the settings for Life is Strange. In fact, that definitely looks a little bit on the loud side. I think I'm just going to slightly lower that just a tiny bit. Go back. That seems better. Right, let's carry on here and we'll crack on. And I'll reintroduce things, 'cause it's been a few weeks, because I've been sick, and we're still sick, but we're not as sick. At various points, my voice will just give up, so sorry about that. Welcome back to the Seleucid campaign. Just a reminder, yeah, down in the south, we've taken out as far as Siwa, and we're just going to basically hold there. The Carthaginians are our bros, so hopefully they won't invade us. They've got enough problems to worry about, quite frankly. We've got Egypt. We've pretty much secured the south down here. Thebes is apparently not happy. Oh yeah, I'm just desperately throwing up some stuff there as fast as I can. What's the population here? Oh, it's because it grows so stupid fast. Right, I'll just give them some extra people. That should kind of cheer them up a little bit. And then, yeah, we haven't actually bothered taking Petra. Oh, no, we've got Petra. We haven't taken Bostra yet. Sorry, my mistake. This force I sent down here actually needs to probably move over to Bostra at some point. And then once we've taken that and Palmyra, we'll actually have secured the south. My main objectives for today are... 1, I need to secure the north by kicking Parthia out of this region, and then probably going and kicking at least one of the Armenian settlements out of the way. I'd probably like to avoid causing trouble with the Scythians if need be, but the problem is, if I actually do kick the Scythians out of this town, then I can pretty much use this mountain range as a place to hold. And if the Scythians do come back, then it won't be so much of a problem. So probably I will start a war with Scythia today. I'll just take this army and I'll just swing through these settlements, and I'll probably draw up over here, and I'll just basically say, okay, we just hold on like this bridge or whatever, and we hope the Scythians don't care that much about that. So they probably won't. They'll probably be fine. Meanwhile, we need to find a way to, attack the Greeks. We've got Pergamum pretty much under siege now. Yeah, we put that under siege last time. Is this battle ready to be done, by the way? I can't remember to remind myself whether I actually had built siege equipment already. No, not yet, and I'm glad I checked because I still need to build the damn stuff. So that's good. We should be plenty easy enough to walk through those cities. And, oh, hang on. Oh god, I'm dying. Help. I should have made a special screen to put out when I'm dying. It'd be fine.
I mean, I would help you, but I'm too parched to help you. I'm too dehydrated to help you.
This is my plan. I'm going to deny the cult of Claire water, and that means I'll have no choice but to capitulate.
Never! We will never surrender, okay?
I think you'll find they will when the water is gone.
We're not Le Culte de Claire, alright? We're not going to surrender.
Is there a joke going on there related to something about the French word for thirst I'm missing?
No, just the French in surrendering.
Oh, fine, fair enough.
Oh, come on, you bring that up all the the time!
Yeah, but I thought it was a bit of a cheap shot. I just thought, you might have quoted something. You were looking at me with the I've just made a clever joke and I'd like to be acknowledged pointy face. So I assumed there was, like, a really clever double meaning going on there. Like, kult is the ancient Armenian word for water or something. I was just assuming that was where we were going with that, but okay.
Oh my god. How do you think it's a cheap shot? You make that exact cheap shot all the flipping time. Good
save there, by the way. Let's keep this PG-13 rated there. Right.
Who's bringing a bonk all the time?
Good old bonk droid, the best of all the Star Wars droids. Bonk droid. Everyone loves bonk droid. Not sure what the original bonk droid was for. We probably put in a guess, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh god, I'm dying again. Right, so probably we're going to start off today by simply taking Crete, because Crete is right here. So I've got a small force right here. Demetrius the Conqueror, I believe he came up via boat from Egypt. Now I'm going to take that, so while I'm just quickly getting myself set up there and making sure I'm ready to intercept these rebels, because the majority of the strengths are on the back here, Claire, over to you while we simply move in over here.
Yeah, shout out to Tree Shaker Tucker, who gave us £2 and said hi, John and Claire. Also, Sir Roderick Quincy Fons on the bottom, the magnificent hiking of Australia, who gave us $2 Australian and said he started early. The end is nigh.
Was it early or was it like on time?
I mean, I don't know, but those kind of feel like they're the same. And also shout out to Joseph, who gave us $5 and said Rome is back, outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a John in the chat who says he's planning his no caps run of Fallout New Vegas that was inspired by all of yours.
Mm-hmm.
So that sounds fun.
There's a bunch of interesting little variations you can do that I probably wouldn't do because I don't think it would be worth doing a full series on. But there's various fun suggestions that come up from time to time.
And Liberty F Prime wants to know what pronunciation of Gonk Droid the Cult of Claire endorses. Whichever one John doesn't endorse, we like.
Logically, you're therefore going for Gonk Droid, i.e., the correct version.
Yeah, probably.
Gonk.
Gonk.
Bonk.
Gonk.
Bonk is best bonk droids.
Bonk is bae?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fisto and Bonk would get on so well with each other.
Okay. Oh my god.
I think I just broke Claire. Not sure Claire's not doing so hot right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway. Shout out.
No, Claire's just given up at this point. Claire's given up.
Well, you said to keep it PG, and now I have a lot of things that I can't bring up. Anyway, shout out to David, who gave us $10 and said, hi, John and Claire. Sadly, I'm going to miss this live stream. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. Love you guys and the channel. And also Anna, who also gave us $10 and said, John and Claire, I won't be able to watch this live stream today because I work on Saturdays. Stream delays are now my favourite thing. Yeah, I know. I have to work on Saturdays too.
Sometimes Sundays.
Terrible. Well, yes, it does depend on the stream. And also shout out to Mega Raptor, who's showed up
Mega Raptor.
As usual with ridiculous donations. He's given us $50. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed, Mega Raptor.
Hi, John.
I hope you're feeling better than me, by the way. I hope everyone who donated, my general positive, good feeling wish day is going to be, hope you're feeling better than I am today. We're powering through as best we can.
I hope you guys are feeling better, he says, whilst listening to John die.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in any case, I was going to yell at John for completely miffing up Arkling's fight against Master Mundi.
I think that was, quite frankly, I think we did pretty well to salvage that. He had the better army there.
Yes, he says use the spells on the left. They don't need magic. Sorry and hello. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we've got a few. Ooh, wow, there's a lot of you in the donations, so I'm gonna read those throughout, so they don't come straight away.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Johnny, who gave us $5 and said, guess I'll have to fall asleep while listening to the stream at the same time. It's 1 o'clock here in Hong Kong. So yes, shout out to everyone in Hong Kong or,
Yeah, Hong Kong presumably would be what? Sharing a time zone with probably Western Australia? That's probably about, they're probably about the same longitude.
Probably not.
No?
I think probably... I don't know, because usually we all start at the same time and the Australians are always saying like it's 4 in the morning or something.
That's true. That is true, yes.
I think we might be guilty of thinking the rest of the world is on the same scale as Europe, which is in fact very small.
That's
so
true.
It might be possible that it is in fact very far from each other.
Okay, I'm just going to send in some cav just to poke at their Cretan archers, because the only thing I'm really worried about over here is the Cretan archers. So I'm just going to send my cav in to poke at that. I'm concerned that these Cilicians are going to get a hit in, which is why I'm keeping the militia cav on the left and the general on the right, because I don't particularly want my general being hit, because they're too squishy in this game. So income, yeah, I can see those are kind of falling apart already. My general strategy just can't be bothered with this full stop, so I'm sending my general in now at the rear, and I'm hoping that being squished between the two will cause them to break. And I'm going to actually pull my cav out because you guys are taking pretty big damage. I'm going to pull Demetrius out too. He's up to Silver Chevron Experience, and Chevron Experience is really, really big in this game. The problem is it's one of the general's units. It's one of the main ones, so he's going to hold on for longer. So I'm just going to pull back my cav, and I'm just going to harass them as they try and come up to the town. I've already managed to do what I wanted to do, which is I've got my main guy into position, like right over here. So if they basically walk up to the town now, they'll be walking straight into prepared phalanx pikemen with elephants nearby to provide morale penalties. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to also turn this guy off fire at will and just bring him up a little bit. I'm going to bring another unit of full strength up to here. I'm going to try and bait this phalanx into here. Then I might just be able to win by timing them out on the plaza, because this unit doesn't really know what it wants to... Oh! Sorry, you decided just to flipping come up to me, have you? And then that's just Cilicians. Yep, they just attacked my general and also my faction leader. So they kind of got on top of me. I'm just going to get my general out of there like right now because this is very hard and the computer just straight up cheats. They're reloading, but I should be out of range before anything happens there. That was lucky I spotted that. Otherwise, that would have caused more trouble. Right, there's more Cretans over there. I'm going to send my militia cavalry in that direction just to kind of try and soften them up a little bit. They're probably going to come for a bit of an attack. I'm just going to keep my general moving away, but it should be fine. The reinforcements are showing no sign of getting anywhere near the city so far. In fact, actually, they're moving around to the front, which is kind of interesting. So if they want to actually move around to the front, then I'm just going to actually try and block them off like this right here, and then we'll just go into formation close to the time. We'll just basically block off everything. Now you guys can just be over here, move the archers forward, and then I'll just start firing on these militias momentarily, and that will hopefully pull them forward into the phalanx pikemen. You guys just give them a minute to form up, because they're doing a bad job. You guys actually into a formation yet? That's good enough. Open fire, let's see if we can lure them forward off the plaza. Where are my actual... Hang on, what happened to my... Oh, you're not charging. You've decided to charge at walking pace. Great. Thrilled about that. Right, you guys just keep going over here. And yeah, we'll just slam into the Cilicians. They've got basically no armor, so as a result, even basic militia cav should be able to do a pretty decent job over there. Now, what's going on over here? Because I'm kind of trying to have this battle over multiple fronts simultaneously. And as I was actually hoping for, these guys are indeed marching off the plaza. I'm actually going to bring these guys around to close the trap. So... these guys are taking a light tap right now, probably being shot by my own archers. That's absolutely fine. So I'm actually going to tell my guys to stop firing at this point. And now I'm dying. Oh god, Claire, help me.
Whilst you're dying, a quick shout out to Retro for the win, who gave us a very generous £100. Thank you very, very much for that.
Thank you very much indeed, yes.
And said, since I miss Christmas, also Cult of Claire.
There's no such thing as the Cult of Claire, alright?
Well, yeah, well, the Cult of Claire has the best people, clearly, as demonstrated in the chat and in the donations, so there you go. Also, shout out to Brendan, who gave us $10 Australian. And said some dollar reduced who helped in the fight against the Cult of Claire.
Excellent, so excellent. And you just noticed, by the way, the trap worked very well. They broke immediately and then ran straight into the secondary phalanx. So that trap worked pretty much perfectly. Very happy with that. So now I'm just going to basically turn my guys in here and just one-to-one we'll take out the remaining 12. They're massively outnumbered, so we'll get around the back of them, and if the phalanx manages to redraw itself up, it should just insta-kill them. We'll take some casualties right now, but these guys have literally taken to it. Oh, look at that. They got the spears down, and, like, several of them just dropped immediately. They just went down so fast. Down to 4. So we're winning very handily right now. The militia cav is still taking... the militia cav is actually engaged, which is not great. Let's just get them to back off. Toss in some more of that, and then I think they've just tossed in their last javelins. I'll get these guys round here. I'll just kind of provide backup, and they've broken. Good, that's all I wanted. Right, okay. So now the problem is the Cretans are probably going to soon start having a shot at these lads. I don't want that particularly because these guys are defensively incredibly
That's
weak.
new bonk.
Good. Gads and bonks. It's the new musical everyone wants to see. Right, so now we're on the plaza and they're not. So now we could wait out the clock, but I don't think we really need to be honest. What I need to do is get you over here and slam into the Cretans from the rear. I don't really want to risk Demetrius, but if he comes in second, him just closing the trap would probably be acceptable. These guys will take the hint. In fact, I'm going to send the elephants round. The elephants will be able to take a bit.
By the way, Thomas was running a poll on Gonk versus Bonk, and Gonk is winning.
It's because it's technically the right answer.
Yeah, do you want to say that again, please?
Huh? Technically. The most boring way to be correct, that is, being technically correct.
Oh, dear.
It is. It's the boring way of being correct, being technically correct. There we go. You just redraw up there to catch any breaking people. Yep, they are indeed firing flaming arrows at my elephants. Is exactly what I would have expected them to do, but not for much longer, because now we're just going to slam into them, and I'm just going to pull my general straight back out, because I'm scared, because we lost the very first general against flipping skirmishers, our very first faction leader, in like the very first battle of this entire playthrough, because it just cheats on this difficulty. Right, you guys just also back off while the elephants come in. Just back off and then slam into them again. These Cretans just refuse to bloody break. Of course they do. Right, now back over here. And if you guys are planning to, now just get the elephants round over here. And the elephants coming in and slamming into them. I think they're actually charging at us. They're trying to charge, and now at this point, my cavalry is broken and their Cretan archers coming in. They might make my elephants break. My elephants are currently shaken. They're charging as fast as they can, but they're elephants, so it's not that fast. So, come on. Do not go berserk. Don't go berserk. Not until you actually get the hit in. And now they break immediately. Boo. Right. Commit my general in that case. That's a shame. And also commit my own skirmishers to go and harass the one remaining phalanx unit. So you guys get over here. Really hoping my general's going to be fine. These guys they're firing missiles at this point, which I don't like. Don't let them fire at my elephants. Where's the actual faction leader? Do you know where he is? He's right, actually he's on this side. He's on this side, so hopefully he's going to be fine. These guys have been knocked straight down to obviously not being distraught at all, because screw it, why would they be? They're just being run down by heavy cavalry. But actually, you know what? We were just about to run out the clock anyway. I'll take it because they're rebels, so it's an instant win regardless. Fine. We lost some cav, but against an army that's got 2 full units of Cretans, I'm pretty happy with that, all things considered. And obviously we want to occupy them because we want to get these guys growing as fast as flipping possible. Governor's Villa, yeah, the population's high enough to get it straight up to having a port, which is important because Cadonia is ludicrously valuable once it's got a port. I'll stay here for the time being as well. They've probably been clever enough by now, yeah. Sparta starts off without walls, which is historically true. But yeah, basically the AI will build walls almost immediately. Spartans aren't what they used to be, unfortunately. It's a real shame. Right, while I figure out what I'm going to do with my money, etc. Claire, back over to you.
Sorry.
We're both suffering slightly today. Please forgive.
Shout out to Benno of Morsal, who gave us $5 and said arg.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Hi, Benno.
It would be strange if he said anything other than
Shut up.
I am thinking of vaguely modding Benno to actually restore some of his voice lines. Make him a bit more eloquent. More like the Benno we know and love from days of old.
How dare you? I still love him.
Now he kind of just goes roar a lot, and then the dog goes roar, roar a lot, and like every conversation, you know this because you edit the Skyrim, so
it is really
in
annoying.
The background constantly. Now that I'm traveling around with a dog and a dead thrall, every conversation there's constant barking and zombie groaning in the background. Will you guys just shut up for 1 minute? I'm trying to have a conversation with the Jarl. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, shout out to Fat Luke, who gave us $2 and said funds for the victims of John's criminal negligence. And Wolfric, who gave us $5 Australian and said, at least die after you entertain us, John. Urban Cohort in chat said, John, you can't die. Imagine MHN run by the communists.
No.
Oh, no.
The worst possible. That's the darkest timeline right there.
Oh, there's now a poll going on for Jonk or Clonk.
What is Clonk?
Well, I assumed it was our new ship name, if you were drunk, but I'm not sure.
I like Clonk. Clonk is a good name. It's a good name right there. I like Clonk.
Anyway, shout out to David Wellman, who gave us $6.78 and said the pound is just off its 52-week high against the dollar. He always converts £5 if I remember correctly.
You see, my big bet on the currency market was always going to be the pound was going to get worse and worse because as Brexit starts becoming more and more messy and ludicrous. But like what I didn't bank on is the US keeps cocking up too in various hilarious ways. So there's kind of a big, hold my beer game for who could run the country most incompetently at the minute. Which is not a fun game to be involved in when you're a citizen of one of those countries. But here we are.
Or even not a citizen of one of those countries.
It's probably even worse if you're just a resident alien like Claire is.
I mean, I don't know. There's things to be said about taxation without representation, but they are for another day. I'm afraid David also said it remains to be seen which economy improves faster relative to the other. Definitely interesting times. I think we're definitely going with the Firefly definition for interesting here.
I would imagine there's going to be, the pound will drop quite significantly at the point in 2019. I think there'll be another quite significant pound drop at that point. That's very, very hard to avoid, I would say.
Shout out to Butters, who gave us $10 Australian and said, I'm super happy to finally make it for another live stream. Here's some snack money as thanks from Australia, just in case I fall asleep soon. I hope you two have a great night.
Oh, thank you very much indeed.
Very much for that. Shout out to Zycoria, who gave us $25 and said, heart your face. Question for you both. With awesome games done quick around the corner, is there any game you're looking forward to watching get wrecked?
I'll need to see the schedule because they do vary it up a little bit time to time. Like, some of my favourite games don't make good speedruns. Like, I personally find the Fallout speedruns very boring because there doesn't seem to be much of, a glitchless category. So the Fallout 3 speedrun in particular is incredibly bad and uninteresting because it's just about glitching out of bounds and then pretty much staying there and sequence breaking badly. So I don't find it interesting at all. The Fallout 4 speedrun is even worse because the glitch category for that is just basically using bizarro Bethesda physics to fling yourself into the final quest of the game. So I find that even more boring. The Fallout New Vegas one is okay, but then it's just a case of speedrunning Yes Man, which again is not desperately interesting. So, some of my favourite games don't make good speedruns. I tend to enjoy, some of the old school platformers. I always try and catch things like Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. Are ones I kind of tend to be quite fond of when it comes to that. So let's see if I can just get away with just chasing off these bastards like that.
Oh, Jabberjay, no one does support the Jabberjay. Sorry, it's either the Cult of Claire or Communism.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't get a cool name either, John.
What do you mean I don't get a cool name? Why not? I should get a cool name. Why don't I get a cool name? I mean,
you do legitimately have one. The fact that you've forgotten about the Legions of John is not a good sign. But whatever. See how he treats you. Come to the Cult of Claire. I remember you.
The Cult of Claire is terrible. Don't go to the Cult of Claire. It's just bad. It's just bad thing. I'm gonna send this guy down here to Jerusalem just to manage it, so I can get some extra hands down there. That should be fine. Oh dear. I want to just get some more basic units trained up here. I'm just going to start building power. I've got the economy to support more troops right now, so I'm just going to power out some troops and try and keep my cities topped up as best I can using enslavement tactics. That should work pretty nicely, I'd say. Right, I think I'm about done with this turn. What else do I need to do this turn? I think we'd be okay. I need to at some point find a way to deal with this force down here, because Rhodes is very important to take. Because the Colossus at Rhodes is easily the most powerful of the ancient wonders you can grab in this game, because naval trade by 40% is a massive economic boom, especially when I own so much of the Eastern Mediterranean. So I need to take that, but the problem is it's kind of guarded by 10 bajillion phalanxes, including proper hoplites. And like defense 16 with a decent morale on them, that's hard to crack. That is going to be hard to crack. Just sending over a whole bunch of even slightly upgraded basic phalanxes is not a good idea. I'll need to send over a proper army to secure roads, which is annoying. I'd like them to abandon roads and take an army over here, but I'm not sure whether they'll actually do it or not. So, and also I'm not sure whether flipping Macedonia is going to survive the next turn. It'd be very sad if they did, but I don't have time to go and help them. I'm too overstretched as I am. I'm just kind of, trying to go around knocking over various talismen. I cannot justify that right now. So, drop a quick save, just in case anything goes horribly wrong. And then probably... Oh, yes, don't forget, you need to actually head up north here. Are you worth taking out? Oh, you know what? That sounds fun, doesn't it? Yes, okay. Actually, no, we could probably just afford to auto-resolve against you, assuming I don't get a terrible result. How did you get 388? Whatever. Fine. Never auto-resolve in Rome. It's a terrible idea. That will do. We can heal up the damage later. So
pardon me, I was going to say I was surprised to see how often you auto-resolved in Warhammer, because I'm used to you playing, the more traditional Total War games, and when you were teaching me how to play those years and years ago, you said to never auto-resolve.
You generally don't want to, but when it's just like a little rebel thing and we're live streaming, like this is the sort of battle if I were making it a thing, I'd play myself but then edit out. When I'm live streaming, we probably won't bother. I'm just going to send just a tiny bit of reinforcements up here just to basically help those guys out. Hatcher needs, however, a slight tax cut to justify that. He can head north. Yeah, then we've got this army up here. This army swinging through here. Those two armies can secure the north for me. And then I need to figure out, and then we're just building more and more stuff over here. Sidon, however, needs to also be training. Sidon is just training more and more scythe chariots. That's fine.
Megaraptor, stop it.
Shh.
I mean, don't, but...
But do.
Thank you so much. He gave us another $50 and said, here's $50 because why not? And I hope you guys feel better. Also, there was something I wanted to ask, but I forgot. You can always ask us something, even if you're not giving us money.
Just at Claire, Megaraptor. You've got our permission to just at Claire and
but like everyone can at me
and
in
everyone
the chat.
too.
That's
yes.
like literally what I'm for. Ask me questions. I can't relate every question to John.
Yeah. But if everyone at you at the same time, that might not work.
No. But if you have a question, you can at me, and I do try to put in questions from the chat as well. But at replying me in the chat makes it much easier for me to see. He also says, in any case, here's $50 and I hope you will feel better soon. And John, Rise of the Tomb Kings, what do you think?
I've played it. I've played it. I think Claire, am I allowed to say that?
To say what?
Am I allowed to say I've played Rise of the Tomb Kings?
I don't know.
Okay, as long as I don't say anything about it, I'm pretty sure we're good, yes. I have played it. I can't tell you anything about it. But at the same time I went and I played the laboratory, I did play it. I can't tell you anything about it at all, so I'm not sure why I began this sentence, really. Well, I'm looking forward to it coming out. That's the extent of what I can say until I double check the fine print of what I signed, because I signed an NDA in order to go and and play it, and now I'm dying. Claire, help! Save me, bonk droid. Oh god. Okay, let's end this turn. Let's see what everyone else does. And Macedonia, are they actually about to survive? And no, they've managed to throw away their strength there. The Armenians and are being attacked at sea. Unfortunately, everything's going past so fast. I've just managed to win. Spain is... I'm pretty sure I saw smoke there. So the Greeks have knocked out one Macedonian city. Okay. The Macedonians are managing to hold out in Bilazora. I think that's all they've got left. I'm pretty sure I just saw them lose Larissa. Yeah, they've lost Larissa, and it looks like it's also been just burnt. It looks like it's been exterminated, unfortunately, by the Greeks. So the Greeks now hold pretty much all of modern-day Greece, mostly, aside from what the Romans have already managed to take. We've got a new child coming through, 32 turns. We'll get that coming in. You come down here and get Jerusalem making a little bit better money. Lovely. That is all under control. And we're up to 18,000 denarii. That's a marvellous figure. Right. Now, what's here in Arsakia? Ah, yes, of course. We've got to crack through the faction leader, some hillmen, which isn't to be worried about. No range whatsoever. It's almost weird to see a Parthian army with no archers of any description. But cataphracts need to be cut through. Luckily, I think I've got well, how many archer? Yeah, I've got 5 archer units and also 10 bajillion peltas in this army. I think this is, at this point, it's a shooting gallery. And that's, the gates are open too. Better and flipping better. Do I need to worry about your penalties or anything related to that? Nothing related to morale by the looks of things. Good leader, though. Expert cavalry commander, great architect, devout. Yeah, good leader. Probably one of the automatically generated ones they start to... Oh, yeah, must be if he's 57. Right, let's just go and deal with him. The game is technically saying the advantage lies with him. Just... I'm not sure I believe that. I'm not sure I believe that.
Gave us $50 and said this is for your NDA attorney fees. And shout out to Augustine who gave us $50 and said I rarely get to watch the streams even. So on this auspicious day, have some money. Thank you very, very much indeed. That's very generous. And that's indeed a new commenter.
Ah, lovely. Welcome aboard. Always nice to see new people.
So...
Oh.
Thomas also had a question for us. He wanted to know if...
No one cares about Thomas. Move on to the next one.
He wanted to know if we've ever been to the loading bar in London, since they have portal shots and flaming hitmans. We did
Is that the one that's in, close by to Stokey?
Yeah, right, because we went to one that had a...
I think isn't the loading bar a different one? I think the loading bar's a different one, isn't it?
Let me Google that.
I think the one we went to that was a bit south of Stokey was I think that's
Newington for non-London.
I think that's closed. I think it's gone. I think it's gone.
It was ages ago.
Yeah, I think that's gone now.
Oh yeah, that's in Dalston and Stratford, the loading bar. Unsurprisingly.
Yeah.
Those are the hipster part of London.
I think the old place. I think the old one's gone now.
Yeah.
I think it's been long since I've been there, but I think it's gone.
Because that was an old pub that had been redone. It wasn't like.
In all fairness, it wasn't very good.
Yeah, well, I was trying not to say that.
Well, it's gone now. It's all dead now. It's fine. Right.
Yeah,
the nice thing is
they have 100 board games
nice.
And also cocktails that are game themed. Yeah.
Now, the nice thing is, because this is a small town, as a result, the map's quite small, so my archers can start really close by to the gates. So, okay, we've got cataphracts, and because it's not got proper walls, we've also got, just basically get you guys over here. I'm just going to have one unit move out of position. I'm going to just have them move forward to provide cover on the front gate, just in case they decide to move out of the gate. The gates are open, so they're going to try and guard the gate. And now all my archers are basically just going to fire over here. They might theoretically... No, don't do that. Not you, not you. You guys stay exactly where you are. The people I want to move over here are these guys. I'm actually going to have you stop right here and if need be, move forward. So now all my archers can basically just fire 10 bajillion arrows and chase these guys off. Cataphracts will take flipping arrows all day... But you can see they're already starting to go down a little bit, and the old rules of Rome, these guys are technically, they're not holding shields. So there's no advantage to shooting them one side or the other, but we've already managed to get rid of 4 of them. So that's not bad as a starting point. So we'll simply have these guys, I'll have my archers just move forward and move up a little bit here. Just a little bit closer forward here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and use the odd unit as bait to lure units over to the kill zone that's now going to sit on this history. And then I'll just bring these guys right up front. I'm going to turn these guys... Oh, they're already off skirmish mode. Good. Must remember to do that earlier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bring one unit of phalanxes forward. This is basically a sacrificial unit because there's a good chance he'll get himself surrounded. But whatever surrounds him will itself be destroyed. Now I've got one of hillmen over here. Nothing else is coming out of the city right now. So my target is these hillmen, or possibly these cataphracts. Although the cataphracts doesn't really matter. Actually, if I can get them to run into pikes, that would probably work pretty well. So now I'm just going to basically have this unit come in here, and we're just going to see what approaches it first. It might be these instant infantry, it might be these hillmen, or the cataphracts might come round. But once I take the gate, something is likely to respond. And it might be the cataphracts. If it's the cataphracts, that works for me. Right, guys, get moving, get moving. Run, 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 run. Luckily, they're all spread out. They've been kind of spread out. The main force is actually over here. So if I can get them into position right now, I might be able to get my spears down in time. This force isn't moving. This force is moving, which is a little bit of a concern, but they'll be torn apart pretty quickly. Everyone in, 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 everyone in. Close enough. Stop. Spears down if you can, and everyone who can. Why are you not shooting? I feel like you guys should be shooting. I feel like this has not gone This has not gone quite as well as I was hoping for. Well, on the plus side, at least the cataphracts are now walking into these guys. And when they back off again, yeah, I was kind of hoping for, yeah, they've broken immediately. Why are you guys not... Okay, now you are. It's possibly because they just didn't feel like they had a shot that was safe. But at this point, hopefully, now everyone should, yeah, with javelins coming in... Even though these guys have managed to actually get some good hits in, now my archers can actually shoot them in the rear as they... Seriously? What's wrong here? There you go. Figured it out at bloody long last. There, I'd like you to shoot... Okay, you've gone for these guys. I felt you shouldn't have. I felt you should go for these guys. They'll probably change their minds in a moment and hopefully take out some cataphracts. There's a bad target. I don't want to give them manual targets. If you give them manual targets, they'll freak out. I thought you were on not skirmish mode. Not skirmish, you bastards. There you go. Well, at least the skirmishers have figured out what I want them to do. And hopefully these guys will momentarily. There we go. That's it. Shoot all of the cataphracts. That's more flipping like it. Armoured horses in a barrel indeed. Right, and the skirmishers are actually doing a better job. They're possibly going to try now turn back up Main Street, or... No, they're going up this way, that's fine. That means I can just keep shooting them in the back. I mean, you can see they're very tough. Right, what I should probably do now is I should bring up multiple tiers in order to provide a bit better cover. So, all three of these guys. I need to be careful here. I don't have that much actual infantry. If I bring up too much and it gets just kind of torn apart by the cav, we could be in trouble here. Where are the hillmen gone, by the way? I think the hillmen were pretty much torn apart. Another unit of hillmen over here. What's guarding this? The other cataphracts are guarding the rear gate. And then the peasants are on this gate. Don't need to worry about them. Fine. I'm going to try and push through the front door again. But this time I'm going to do it with 3 units, so I can kind of basically have one facing in every direction. Then we should be alright. Some hillmen coming in this direction, but the archers should do some good work to them. So I'm just going to bring you guys over here, just in case. I don't actually have rams. I could actually ram down one of the walls if I wanted an extra entry point, but I think we're okay for the moment, at least. Yeah, we'll be alright. We'll be alright. Right. So, everyone just move forward. Ooh, is that a safe place? Are you guys coming back? Hang on, I'm just going to speed up time as we've not got a fixed timer for the battle. No, we're alright for the time being. Right. You guys, through here. Everyone in, and they'll probably respond in some capacity to this. Yes, thought they might. Right, you guys, turn over in this direction. You guys, as soon as you're ready to go... Just stop, and then in a moment... come on. Stop, and things down.
I don't know.
And everything should be alright. Stop. And then spears down for them. You spears down over here as soon as you're in a slightly better position. And I'm hoping... this will work a little bit better here. Now, anyone that can do, continue taking a shot at these bastards. Oh, this is a bit on the dicey side, actually. I'm a little bit concerned. Back off a little bit. We're not quite in the right position, unfortunately. So we're taking some heavy infantry losses, actually. You guys need to get your spears down as well. Fine. In fact, actually, we've been outplayed by Eastern infantry here. Hopefully, now, if we can just get some of those guys out of the way at this point, my archers will do... You guys are really convinced you don't want to do anything, aren't you? Right, you guys... Okay, you guys all just stop. But the 2 guys that do have a shot, I want you to be taking your shots, please. And now, okay, so we've got some shots coming through the door into the side of the horses, but we've lost the vast majority, and we've lost more. Right, okay. Well, this is awkward. And we're not doing enough damage to justify this either. We're not doing enough damage to these forces to justify the infantry losses so far. I've lost... Well, actually, I've killed 26% of them. I have killed 26% of them to only 19% of me, but I'm lacking in infantry right now. These guys are supposed to be pursuing. I'm not convinced that's going to work out desperately well for you. And at least 1 unit of cataphracts is badly damaged. Okay. I need to bring up yet more infantry. Right, you know what? I'm going to make some extra breaches. I should have done that in the first place. That would have been safer. You get back over here. Let's send in... Oh, we're really low right now, but we'll send in these forces who have not yet been committed. And they've got better defense, because that's phalanxes, not pikemen. So that will be fine. This time, the third time I do the same plan, it's going to work. Okay? It absolutely 100% is. And at least you've actually managed to get some shots over here. But look at the cataphracts. They take so much. They can just take arrows all day. My archers, some of them are actually starting to run out of... they're running a bit low on ammunition. And they're struggling. Oh. They're struggling to get a hit in.
Seriously? Megaraptor.
Oh dear, oh dear.
So shout out to Megaraptor who gave us $100.
Blimey heck, Megaraptor, stop it.
I mean, you know, thank you. Thank you so much. Maybe don't, like, hit the cap.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you don't need to...
It's fine. we love you already, Megaraptor. It's fine. You can stop.
Also, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and here's to an excellent 2018.
We hope so too.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Happy New Year to you very much indeed, Megaraptor. Ooh, have you just got a shot? Oh, that's fun. Apparently there's... Oh, no, it's not. No, it's hitting the inside of the wall. Interesting. Apparently that tower does think it has a shot at the ram when it's taking out this wall. That's fun. But it can't actually get to the ram, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm totally making a new breach point. Because I'm getting concerned at this point. Ever so slightly.
Oh, he says he's done for today, though. So
X, he better be.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Oh, blimey. Okay, let's just drop in a slightly further back position. Possibly they were, like, too far forward. I'm not sure. I'm going to bring all of these guys just a little bit further back just to get a bit of a better shot in.
So, Jim in the chat says the archers will work on the cataphracts, so you just need more straight shots towards them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to open up the breach a little bit more, which should give them some slightly better angles to shoot with. I'll move the peltas a little bit closer, however.
Also, Donish in the chat is Don Ashcroft in the chat is saying, do you know, John, that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result?
It took 4 years, but it worked in World War I. It did.
Can we maybe all agree together that, like, we're not trying to emulate World War I here?
I'm more interested in what the underside of a cataphract looks like. That's fascinating.
Oh my god.
It's just a black hole.
That is not 50% more men.
That's amazing. There's just a weird hole under the cataphract when it falls over. That is fascinating indeed.
Maybe they didn't expect you to take an upskirt shot.
Who knows? It is actually, yes, an armor skirt. It is literally a skirt. Right, you guys can naff off, alright? My archers have a shot at you at least. Oh yeah, shoot the guys I'm not in the slightest bit worried about. Sure, whatever. Right, let's just see now if I can lure some people there. We've now got a new breach, which works for me. I'm going to use just some already damaged peltas who almost out of ammunition to see if I can bait some stuff forward.
50% more hole is now a thing.
50... God. Oh dear. I'm going to use my weakened units who I'm not so fussed about just to basically draw some units forward. So once again, it's just constant building captured, lost, captured, lost. There's a real bit of back and forth going on today. So this will hopefully draw the attention of something. Where's the... Actually, for once, they don't seem that interested. And... Okay, we're okay for the time being. Alright, for the moment here. We can start vaguely... Do I want to send 142 eastern guys over towards the cataphracts? It's probably a terrible idea. But they're kind of... It's kind of what they're for, to be honest. Just kind of throw them away. So, you know what? I'll bring them over here. I'll bring them over here just to act as a flanking force to guard against the risk of the cataphracts emerging. Like, you know, again. You guys just come over here. You guys, get in here. I'm going to send in my main phalanxes. Again, this time, they've got some better protection. Okay, in the form of the Eastern. Yeah, there we go. He's detecting things coming up, and he's sending the cataphracts round. I'm going to have him wait right on the corner, so there's no chance he can get an actual charging, because the charge will be blunted. So he's sending the cataphracts round again. There's nothing on this flank. There's nothing at front at all. So these guys have time to actually get drawn up. The cataphracts are coming in. Actually, I should probably, you know, I'm going to pull back a little bit because then the archers will have the best shot. The peasants seem to be freaking out over there. You guys over here, you guys are ready with some form of shot here. Yeah, just let them just get a little bit further forward, a little bit further forward. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Now he's going to have a shot. Now we're going to have a shot straight through this breach here. Because now when it comes up, these guys are going to have the ability to attack immediately. So you guys all stop where you are. And... no, I said come here and face this way. Which part of that are we struggling with? There we go. Right, okay. We're also going to have more phalanxes behind him. We're going to have something clogging up the main street right here. And you guys are going to be facing this way here. Okay, now, get over here. And you guys are just going to start shooting and keep shooting under all circumstances. There we go. Now that we've got this breach here, we've actually got a much better direct line at the cataphracts. Though admittedly, now that some of them, I'm just going to move you around to this side because they're kind of being pushed back. You guys, have actually tried to fight at this point. They're down to 35, 33, shaken, exhausted. Arrows coming in from the side down to 30. These guys they're steady. They're holding on for the time being. You guys, there we go. We've actually broken the first unit of the cataphracts. And now, hang on, into formation, please. They can just basically try and charge straight through phalanxes all day. They're not going to be able to. So, there we go. It took 3 attempts, but good starting one. Okay, fine. I'd be willing to acknowledge there isn't... don't just let him push through. Actually, chop him down. Go on, then. Right, okay. So, what have we got here? We've got an Eastern General, still 91 on the Eastern General, but I, however, have a General's Bodyguard for... actually, is he my... no, I think he's actually my faction leader, so I think the other guy was my factionaire. We've still got a faction leader over here, 90 flipping 1. I'm going to need some... yeah, I'm going to need some extra strength to help deal with that. Right, you two guys... move up to here into this position because he's Eastern. He's going to have the bloody annoying tendency to actually have javelins on him. So you guys now move up to here. I think it's safe at this point for you to move into here just to guard the flanks. I'm going to move my archers who still have ammunition and a good level of strength into the city. That should be fine for now. So you guys just head in there. You guys head in more over here. These guys can just guard this flank. So I've got both the side streets covered by some small units. So I'll know if anything goes horribly wrong. That should be okay for now. Right, while we just continue drawing up here. Uh-oh. Okay. Or it won't, because these guys are now falling. Yeah, it looks like the general might be interested in coming up here. The general might be interested in coming up. Okay. You, out of formation. Actually, you're not in formation. Run, 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 run. Everybody run. Everybody run. Draw up nice and deep here. Seriously, this doesn't look like running to me. Okay? I know the symbol is saying I am running. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling like you're running right now. And that Eastern General is about to start bombarding you. So, okay. Everyone needs to run at this point. Especially the archers. I'm going to need archer support sooner rather than... that's not even remotely the position you were just told to go into. Like, here. Like that. He's going to start hitting you very soon. Right, you're already actually in a phalanx formation. That's... okay, vaguely. Oh, the great bumbling. Okay, that vaguely looks like you're heading into the right position. Okay, how are the archers doing? They're kind of stuck in the gate right now. I think they've got enough hats, though. We've given them enough sun hats, which is good. Right, they're under a lot of fire. You guys, I need you to get your spears down. Yes, stop and spears down, please. And now we can counterfire with our own archers. You guys, screw it. Just stop. Commence firing. Whatever position you're in, just begin the counterfire. We're taking a lot of damage right now. I need all my archers to help out with this. Okay, good. You've got a good straight shot at their leader. So he's going to spend a lot of javelins making this work. But their leader's right at the front. So if I'm lucky, we might be able to actually get a few knocks on him and actually take out the leader, part of the leader, pretty early. And I think he's out of javelins. And he's now running straight into the phalanxes. That's still going to go potentially wrong. Right, I'm going to send some reinforcements around over here because I'm worried about the archers being exposed at this point. I'm going to send more as well. These guys are, yeah, they're already wavering. I'm going to bring my own general up if I need be, and the camels, and everything, actually. Just bring up everything. Come on, you guys should still be firing. I want everyone just to continue firing under all circumstances. Right, they've broken. They have broken, so there is a pursuit going on right now, and that's going to happen. That's going to come straight into my archers. These guys are still at 79. Right, sending the camels. Send in the camels. This is turning into a mess. And the archers, I think, are now breaking en masse too. Their general is actually doing very, very well. What's left? Actually, the archers are holding on for the time being. Send in the camels. Okay, we've got the leader down. He was right at the front, so their leader is dead. That's going to work. Oh, now the cataphracts are coming up, because obviously they are. The camels are being very slow to come up. The archers are taking a battering, but they're actually standing their ground for the time being. You should be focusing over here if you're not already. The eastern mercenaries need to get over here as well. The hillmen are coming in, but the archers have got some shots in over there. The general he's actually down to 57. He's down to 57, and at this point, pretty much the entire front that's actually entered the place has collapsed. The archers, actually, one thing's still there. The eastern mercenaries have given up before even actually engaging, and we've still got cataphracts we haven't actually taken out. So, this is not going well. And they're all kind of stuck in the door, so there's not much they can really do to support. Okay. So, bloody heavy cavalry. Luckily, I think they've decided they want to back out at this point. If they want to pursue, I'm just going to send my own general in. I'm going to send my own general in just to basically do a little bit of damage and just kind of weaken them a little bit. The eastern cavalry still has 20 damage. Okay, the cataphracts coming back. I'm not taking on cataphracts with my actual general at this point. That's not happening. We're kind of out of infantry, actually, which is a concern. I think we've lost this one. I think we've genuinely lost this. Just because, yeah, we've lost too much infantry at this point. I think we've genuinely not actually managed to take this city off the Parthians. Luckily, we've got reinforcements heading north, but no. I think we're actually looking to loss here. Those cataphracts, I underestimated them. But on the plus side, they're not going to be able to do this again because, one, that general's bodyguard is going to cease to exist. And two, they have no way to retrain these cataphracts because the training facilities don't exist at this point. So, bare minimum, we've got that. Where are you, by the way? You're just chilling out here, are you? Well, get into position over here and just shoot through the door at anything that's kind of retreating. Oh, you still were on skirmish mode, were you? Well, over here faster if you be so bloody kind. We might still be able to do something to them. Well, technically I've still got one unit. I've got one phalanx. So I'm basically just banking on one phalanx now being able to win this battle. So if you guys just want to shoot these guys in the back, please. Yeah, because they're tired at this point. They are tired. My archers are recovering. So I've got more archers. The game is still technically saying that, well, enemies killed is now 50%. Percentage of my friends killed, 64%. But I've still got 100 heavy cav. I do still have 100 heavy cav. The problem is the 94 cataphracts. There's the problem. Everything else I think I can deal with. Potentially, anyway. If I could break the cataphracts somehow. I might stand a chance. Okay. What I can probably do is... Okay, what's recovered? What's recovered versus what hasn't recovered? I still have 100 heavy cav. I've got the camels. Okay, I'm going to use these camels to try and lure some stuff forward. Because I can use these camels to actually, you know, because they've got bows. I can basically, actually, no, I'll come in this way. It'll be easier to go in via the side than the front gate. But on the plus side, yeah, their general's dead. Mine is, I wish I'd checked how much family they've got left. Parthia might actually cease to exist after this battle anyway, and actually they've probably got someone up north, unfortunately, which is a shame. They should have another family member by now. You guys get up here and draw up over here. Camels, getting over here. This is going to be a mess to win at this point. Let's see if I can bring the cataphracts forward into archer range. And then I've got one phalanx remaining. Okay. I think they're going to take the bait, actually. I think they are. The cataphracts are already coming. So now that they're coming, you guys literally just pull straight back out again. And my archers can start actually shooting at the cataphracts. Okay, if I just play this really slow and carefully, there's half a chance I can pull this off. Assuming they're too stupid to just run out the front door, which they should be. There we go. You guys just get some shots on over there. Get the camels straight back inside. I'm just going to need to bait the cataphracts backwards and forwards a little bit. Though, admittedly, we'll probably run out of ammo before I can make that happen. We genuinely probably will. That's a big problem, actually. I should have just made more breaches earlier. The thing is, one thing that the AI in this game is both good and bad at is it hates losing gates. And it tries to stop gates being taken, which is sensible. That's very sensible. Right, you guys just stay over here. In fact, just stay a little bit more in this direction. Okay, they're coming forward again at this point. They're coming forward. They're coming forward. Maybe just... Yeah, let them get a couple of shots in. Let them get a couple of shots in. And then round out the gate again. That's... No. No, no, no. 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 Yes. Better. Some of them have been caught in a bit of a fight there. The archers can continue firing, but they're not going to be able to do much. And everyone can just basically shoot in. If you guys got shot, you're almost out of ammo. Yeah. I've got archers, but they're going to run out of ammo long before they can take out cataphracts, which is the downside. Right, you guys just continue pulling out. And we'll lose a few camels doing this, unfortunately. No, they're pulling out already. They're steady in there. Oh, they've finally done it. Okay, here's the one chance we got here. I might be able to take out the cataphracts if I surround them with everything, including the camels, the one remaining phalanx, and also the peltasts. So the peltasts need to move forward. My general needs to move forward. These guys need to come over here. This just needs to keep moving forward at this point. Just keep moving forward. You guys are going to continue firing for the time being. Right, now get you round here. You guys just round to here. And now, once they get close enough, stop. You guys getting over here. You guys get around the side of here. Come on, 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 come on. And these guys need to just be hitting the side. And just get in the side of them right now. Get in the side of them. Get in the side of them. And once they're sufficiently surrounded, if we can just get these guys to break and then get the camels nice and up close, because the camels will provide a morale debuff to cataphracts. They're wavering. We got them. We got the cataphracts. Okay, that is what we needed to see. And the cataphracts exposed themselves, so they're not making it back to the plaza. Okay, we might still win this. We might still win. Okay, that was a really big pick-off right there. Only 40% of their army is left. Much of that, however, is peasants. Peasants and eastern and hillmen. The heavy infantry here needs to be taken care of. I'm down to... This is now all I've got left. Everything else has fled the battlefield. So I'm very much reliant on, yeah, the 57 archers that still have arrows and the 87 camels that still have arrows. That's what I'm pretty much depending on right now. Everyone else just needs to draw back for the time being because, yeah, okay. Just get back inside. I'm going to get the camels back in, see what else takes the bait next. Because if we're lucky, they'll throw the heavy cavatars next. Admittedly, annoyingly, this unit doesn't count for anything anymore because after this battle it will cease to exist. But I'm going to need to take it out before I can move on to the plaza regardless. What are they sending? I think they're sending Eastern Infantry. Okay. If they want to deploy the Eastern Infantry, I can just basically outrun them. Where's the 57 lads? Okay, the 57 guys need to move over to here as an absolute priority. The phalanx needs to cover these guys. The camels need to move over to here and see if we can just bait the hillmen forward. The hillmen should be a pretty easy one to break. Yep, they're sending the infantry, not the heavy cav. I'm fine with that. Mostly anyway. Okay, let's just get the camels up here while we're just trying to get this through. Alright, this is going to be tight here. This could still go very much either way. I thought we'd lost it, but with the pick-off of those guys, I think we're alright. Okay, okay, right. I'm going to keep the camels. Do I want to keep the camels in the town? Do I want to get them out? Oh, I don't know. Actually, you should probably get out the way of your own archers, please. Yeah, let's get them out. Let's get them out. Let's not overcommit just yet. If we're lucky, they'll take the bait too, and they'll also run outside. That's broken. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Just go. Actually, don't. Okay, get ready to potentially charge. The hillmen are breaking. The archers are shooting in over here. If we're very lucky... Come on, wavering. Actually, if they're going to waver... I'm going to go for a charge. I'm going to charge camels into spearmen, which is stupid.
Not a good idea.
It's a really stupid idea, but if I can just cause a few of them, just a handful to break. Come on. No, they're shaking. They're shaking. They're shaking. They're shaking. Back off. Back off. Back off. Back off. Back the flip off. Come on. I need you to retreat more effectively than this. Don't break. Do not 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 break. Okay, just... I need you to run faster than that. Ah, that was a misstep. That was a misstep. I'm still going to need these camels. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Run, 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 run. Away, 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 away. Okay. That's... Ah, they've broken. Alright, we lost the camels. But we'll get some good shots. Okay, I'm going to send... Okay, I'm not going to send anything in right now because there's too much risk of them being surrounded. I still have 100 heavy cav. If I can just take out their leader with the 57 remaining archers that have still got some ammunition, there is still a chance here that my general could win this battle on his own. Because the peasants won't be a problem. The militia hoplites, I still have phalanxes, they don't. I still have heavy cav, more than them. 3 times as much, pretty much. Sadly, these guys are hanging out and are going to take out my camels the last month. I should have pulled the camels out. That's a shame. But wherever these guys go next, let's just speed this up to see where he decides to go next at this point. They're just basically finishing off the camels. And now they're going to presumably... Yes, no... Kind of being hit? No, they don't know where they want to go. I'm kind of scared of... I'm going to send my phalanx in on this side. Get the phalanx in over on this side. I'm going to see if I can bait them into the phalanx, because if I can bait them into the phalanx, I think we'd be alright. But then also, actually no, I'd rather send in 1 unit of peltasts in the front door, just to draw their attention over towards where the archers are. Okay, that should do the job. Yep, that's got their attention. That's got their attention. So these guys are now going to try and respond to these peltasts. Peltasts are not perfect, but they'll do the job holding the line. Is anything else responding? Hillman 23 is responding. The heavy cav is. Okay. I'm fine with the heavy cav responding, to be honest. Turn these guys off skirmish mode. Okay. Bring them forward a little bit further. Bring them forward just a bit further, bit further. You guys are going to have a shot at these guys momentarily. And as soon as they do, as soon as you do, there we go. Now. There we go. They broke immediately. Okay, there we go. Start just mopping up, mop up. Lovely. Okay, so we'll pick off a few of them. What I should probably do at this point is I should bring my own general into the city for mopping up duties, because I can't afford to let them get away, but I also can't afford to chase. So I'm going to bring him in via the side entrance. At this point, I just need them to take that bait one more time. And then I should be able to chase down most of their remaining infantry with my heavy cav. Okay? So my heavy cav is going to stand over here. And I'm going to also cover them with the phalanx right here. Are they going to respond? They're shaken and exhausted right now. Okay. This is fine. They were thinking about deploying the heavy cav there, but they don't know if they want to. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, I'm going to take these guys off fire at will because they've only got a handful of arrows left at this point. I feel like I could probably deploy my general to mop up, but I'm concerned. I think their general's out of javelins. I think they're out of ammunition. So that would be fine. If you guys just want to stay, yeah. At this point, I'm pretty happy to send my heavy cav onto the central street to try and mop up the eastern infantry when the next opportunity presents itself. So let's just bring this down to normal speed here. I was not expecting such a tense battle for this city. But here we flipping are. Right, okay. I might lose my faction leader doing this. I think we could take the city, but I might have to sacrifice my faction leader to do it. But if need be, that's what we have to do. Right, now guys, just get forward. He's struggling to advance because there's too many of them and he's crowded in the streets. Okay. We hopefully can pick off a few of these guys. I don't like the fact he's right at the front. You guys are... I picked off like one of them. And yeah, they're breaking immediately. They cannot stand and fight right now. So just keep going forward. Okay, we've picked off the hillman. Now I need to fall back a little bit because I can't take them on the plaza because they'll regroup the moment they're on the plaza. So I need to pull them off if I can. But the problem is they're breaking so quickly. We're going to struggle to... need you guys just a little bit further forward. Just a bit further off the plaza. I can't fight them on the plaza. They'll win. Peasants will win on the plaza. They might still win this purely because I can't actually cause them to... Ooh. Okay, let's go for it. This is probably the moment right here. Because they'll break the moment they see me full stop. And... Smash. Wavering. Broken. Okay, yes. Go. There we go. That's the Eastern Infantry. Sorted out. Now, they're sending their heavy cav forward. Now, let's see if I can pull him off the plaza with his heavy cav. Because I don't want to engage him there, but he might give chase with the remaining Eastern General heavy cav. If he's willing to, I'm willing to have that fight off the plaza. Okay. This is where things get dangerous, because he might win this fight. Or rather, he might not win, but where's my general? Where's the general right now? Is he at the back or is he at the front? I'm really hoping he's... Claire. There he is. There's a man with a hat. Okay. He's dangerously exposed at the front right now. That general is... Okay, that general unit is broken. Good. So we've taken out half of that. Don't pursue too far or too fast, however. Keep falling back. That's working pretty well. The problem is, how do we get the rest of it off? Like, those hillmen, 76 hillmen at the back is a concern. Okay. Marching, eager and fresh. Well, he doesn't remember how this went last time then, because it didn't work out well for him. Where's my general now? Probably in a sensible enough position. And now, once again, broken. And now going to lose the vast majority of the strength because they happen to get too far in. That's the job done. Okay. General unit, dead. All that is left now is peasants and hillmen. The problem is the hillmen might actually flipping win. They might win if I can't bait them off the plaza. This is why I kept back... Oh, bloody hell, this is ridiculous. This is now up to 71% me killed, 77% them. I'm going to send forward my one remaining phalanx, and I'm going to use my one remaining bunch of arrows to try and bait them forward, because I've still got like 1 or 2 rounds of arrows available. Because off the plaza, I think if I can just bait the hillmen forward, if I can get them into the phalanx, I can defeat them there, then we might be able... Then I think we should be able to just walk in with the remaining phalanx. How have we won this? I was like, how did we lose it in the first place? This has been a very backwards and forwards battle. Okay, right. Okay, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Do you actually have a good shot? I need to move forward a bit, so these guys have definitely got the best shot possible. Because I can't have them wasting arrows doing like high up shots that don't hit anything. So the archers move over here. Bring it down to normal speed. Okay, they should have a decent enough shot over there. So, guys, get some shots in at the hillmen, please. Okay, good. They've got good shots. And the hillmen go down pretty fast because they were facing away, down from 74 to 73. Okay, they're taking the bait. Do not continue firing. Actually, the peasants might also be taking the bait. Anyone want to... Ah, come on. Follow me, you bastards. Come on. I'm almost at... That's it. If this doesn't work, I'll have to fight on the plaza because I don't have anything else to try and lure them off. But at least now they're standing clustered together, so the arrows will do more damage. And one more unit. Out come the peasants. Looks like they are I think they're taking it. I think they're taking the bait. Don't use your last set of arrows. And into the... Yep, there we go. Right, peasants broke immediately. They lost like a fair bit of their strength. The hillmen technically still have... Ooh, they've still got 70 odd. We just took out maybe a quarter of the peasants, but the majority of them are still there. Okay, I think I've still got one shot. So what I need to do now is I need to move my general to where he's going to have a chance to try and surround. Probably the best place for him to encircle is that's a dead end. So he's going to have to come around this way. So the general has to come round to this side. Because that's all we've got now. He's going to have to come round to this side. Alright, and he's going to have to try and loop round the side here and slam them in the rear while they're engaging. So the general comes round to here. That's actually, in theory, I could send forward my peltasts. My peltasts would probably be safer, to be honest. Yeah, screw it. I'm bringing up the peltasts. They can fight. Okay, not well, but they can. Also, don't go up the front street, please. Don't even think about going up the front street, you stupid bastards. The peltasts are coming up the side. I'm going to send them in first, because I want to soften up the hillmen, if at all possible. Okay, so those guys are now coming up too. If I can, I'm going to use my last arrows to draw forward the hillmen. There we go. That's another... That will be another group that's come forward. Good. Good, good, good. That's another 30-odd peasants taken care of. The hillmen are down to 56, I believe. I would say at this point, you guys... Are you exhausted, by the way? No, you're just warmed up. That works for me. I'm just going to bring forward the peltasts... And then I'm just going to bring forward this guy to right at the very, very, very edge of the actual plaza. Okay? Don't charge just now. Wait. Okay, hold them there. Hold them there. Okay? And now you guys can probably... Let's just pull them forward, because if nothing else, these guys moving forward is going to give my phalanxes time to draw up on their plaza. So now you guys, you are eager. Versus peasants, they'll do alright, okay? And you guys, also versus peasants, you'll do alright. This gives me time to draw up this guy about here. This is about right here. So, because now they're busy. Now they're busy. So these guys are, you're shaken. And now I can draw up actually on their plaza, okay? And the peasants are going down pretty fast, but obviously they can't break because they're on the plaza. My troops are eager. They're holding. Peltasts do better than you'd think in a one-on-one, especially versus really light scrub infantry. These guys need to get into position faster. Okay, seriously, guys, I need you in position better than that. Soon. Come on. You guys nearly in position. I feel like you're not moving. If I tell you to stop right now, are you going to try and draw up into a... Seriously, guys, this is not the time for you to mess around with me here. There we go. That's a phalanx. That's a phalanx. Now, I've got a phalanx drawn up on their plaza. If these guys break apart, they'll turn their attention over here, and they'll run straight into the militia. So now, I can speed this up. And I think one of my units is broken. The other one's broken too. But now here comes the real moment, because that was just to buy time for my phalanx to draw up into a position where it can basically now slaughter its way through the peasants. There's still 105, 104, 103, 102, but there's not enough of them to get round the side. This guy is steady, and there's not enough force or momentum in this unit to pierce the phalanx anymore. So now we should be able to basically keep them at arm's length. Come on, just hold. They're steady, they're tired, but they're steady. Okay, at this point, do I want to commit my own... Screw it. These guys have rallied. Recommit them. Get my own general the far side. I might want to get a charge into the rear of them. How are you guys doing? They're steady, because they're not losing strength that fast. They're doing okay. The hillmen are being taken out. I think we've got it. I think we've got it. Just. Oh, blimey. I cannot believe this came down to that damn close. Oh, that's amazing. Right, you guys get over here. You guys are apparently eager. Get in the back of the peasants, please. They're tired. You'll be able to do a little bit of damage with a bit of a charge bonus. I could have deployed my heavy cavalry, of course, but, like, I was just too worried they'd die, and I didn't want to lose my general. Like, I would, if it was left to just him, I probably would have backed out and just said, I'll just keep the faction leader, because 100 heavy cav and a good leader is too valuable to sacrifice. So these guys are now going in to potentially push them off the plaza if we're lucky. And in come the Peltasts. They're shaken. They're very tired, but so are these guys. Into the back. That charge bonus will actually do some beautiful work too. Some of them will start going down. The peasants are down to 39. I think it's just the peasants now. There's only 5 hillmen left. And we've got it. That's it. We've actually managed to win by virtue of that pick-off with the flipping... That pick-off of the cataphracts. That's how we did it. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. It's been done. Oh... Claire's making a sad face at me because I've been talking straight for like half an hour and I haven't been letting Claire speak.
I've been so confused by this battle because I find it very difficult to kind of try and keep track of the game and the chat and everything else, you know. So
did the chat like the battle?
The chat had various opinions about the battle and your efficiency with it. Several people asked me to say things to you about it that weren't very kind.
Hey, we salvaged it. We salvaged it, alright. After it went wrong and we lost all the infantry, I bet no one thought we were going to win. So we salvaged it there. So I'm just going to do a quick enslave here. Just boost the population a little bit elsewhere, but nothing too major. And how much of the army's actually left at this point? There's not much army left, to be honest. We're gonna need to build some new army up, unfortunately. Luckily, these guys did have the ability to train levy pikemen, so we can't, unfortunately, roll straight through. It's gonna take a little while to do that. This is a Temple of Zoroaster. We'll get rid of that. I'm guessing the growth rate around here is pretty poor. Yeah, growth rate is pretty poor, and we probably won't be doing much around here. So I'm just gonna go for an Asclepius, and that will be fine. Retrain around here, and yes, indeed, we'll get that guy in. Right, that is that. I was not expecting that to be so bloody hard. But cataphracts, don't underestimate bloody cataphracts.
Yeah, they're also definitely saying that it wasn't, in fact, a clear victory. And that they think it's definitely a Pyrrhic victory. Yeah.
Oh, come on, it was still a win. A win's a win. Luckily, hopefully, this next fight against the Greeks will be a little bit on the east side. But how about, before that, I try and figure out, I just do some empire management while I let you catch up.
Yes, please.
Sorry.
Okay, so we have a giant number of messages about the cult of Claire. They're obviously
Stop
very
lying.
important.
Stop
No,
lying.
It's true, we do have a lot of them, but I'm not going to go with them first. Because, you know, I'm not doing favoritism. Shout out to Nathaniel, who gave us $5 and said, hello, John, and bonsoir, Claire. Remember, if you have the chance to hire a sphere, you should, because they're well-rounded.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Honk, honk.
That's right. I've got Claire well trained now. She now understands when I say that she's supposed to say honk honk as the punchline.
Yeah, because he's insufferable if I don't.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shout out to Justin, who gave us $2 Canadian.
Best dollars.
Speaking of well trained, and
Oi!
he says, deny water, John has us under siege, Sally battle. Shout out to Julia also, who gave us £10 and said Scotland is in arms over the new iron brew recipe change. So
I've heard. Has anyone actually tasted the new one though? I know they've said they're cutting loads of sugar out, but have they actually, has anyone tasted the new one? Because I don't know if they have. I know there's been panic buying in preparation.
Anyway, she says, I commiserate with Claire for having nothing to drink. Have one on me. So there you go. That money is specifically for me to have all the iron brew.
Excellent. Have you even ever drunk iron brew?
No.
Excellent.
It's very orange and kind of scary looking. Sorry, Scotland.
Wow, that's very racist against Donald Trump, Claire.
Oh, boo-hoo. Can you hear me play my tiny, tiny violin?
Acceptable. Right. Now carry on then.
Yes, please. Shout out to Jamie, who gave us £2 and said, thanks for being background noise while I revise. And to Daniel, who gave us £5 and said, this is making great background noise during DT coursework. 2 weeks of work to do in one day. Also, clonk all the way.
Hashtag clonk.
Hashtag clonk. Shout out to Urban Cohort, who gave us $6.66. And says it's just a little money for the tonk, clonk, and junk droids. So there you go. I'm not sure if it's a ship or if it's.
And then occasionally, when they're feeling a bit adventurous, they go out for a party at their friend Bonk's house. Wop bow chicka bow wow.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Anyway,
Bonk.
Shout out to Grey Morality,
Bonk.
who gave us... Yeah, they can't see you doing
Bonk.
that, John. They can't see you thrusting your hips.
Yeah, they can't see. You could have just let them figure it out for themselves, Claire. You've ruined the mystery. The sexy, sexy mystery.
Yeah, but thrusting is a fun word to say.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, shout out to Grey Morality, who gave us $10 and said, I'm just paying my membership dues for the Cult of Claire. Shout out to Freya, who gave us £2 and said it's a donation for the one true cult, the Cult of Bruce. I don't know who Bruce is.
Oh, you didn't watch the Train Frontier Classic video? It was on Boxing Day.
Yeah, but those are Bruce's in the plural.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you showed me the ending of it because you were really proud of it.
Yeah.
So once I'd seen the,
Yeah, they were the Brucers. Yeah, they were the Brucers.
Yeah.
Once you saw the once you've seen the punchline, sometimes watching the entire joke and the setup is not always fun.
Yeah, you were showing me exactly how you'd put Bruce's in the background throughout the videos. So.
Yeah, and the little dishes on top of which were pointing at Cold Town. There's a lot of little details in the background of that video. It's very carefully planned out, that video. I was very proud of that.
Shout out to Philip, who gave us £5 and said Cult of Claire, Cult of Claire. Benno gave us another $5 and said,
Woo!
Girl called Claire. So there you go.
Benno can sometimes speak. Occasionally you'll hear him just say, must kill, or something except he's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. But, I am Benno.
Oh, please.
You wish you were Benno.
He sounds much sweeter than that. Shout out to Wolfric, who gave us $5 Australian and said the Johnquisition will hunt down this Cult of Claire and do something with it. That seems sinister.
Somewhat, yes.
Yes. Shout out to Lady Cricket, who gave us £5 and has this interesting theory. He says, my religion is the cult of Claire, my government is communism, Tabby is the national symbol or animal, so is John the entertainment industry?
That seems reasonable and fair.
Yeah, everyone knows the entertainment industry is just fine and has no issues at all.
I was literally thinking, I'm the entertainment industry, but less problematic.
Really? Well, I guess we have to say that. Shout out to Greg, who gave us $10 and said, I have sacrificed holy hecatombs upon the altar to the glory of Claire. Bow down before the cult of Claire.
Nah,
Quite
don't.
like that comment.
Nah, don't. Just don't.
Okay, shout out to Duke, who gave us $1, a pound even. If you want to leave a message, we know that YouTube doesn't let you leave a message with like a $1 or £1 donation.
But we say you should be able to, damn it.
Yeah, so you can reply me in chat if you have any questions or anything like that.
Fun thing I've just noticed, the Numidians have actually taken Carthage. You don't see that often. But the Numidians have actually managed to besiege and take Carthage off Carthage. So the Carthaginians are now down to those cities they still have... No! And the unfortunately the Romans have also moved over here and kicked them out of Sicily. So they have very little left at this point because the Julii have already taken that. We know they've already lost this, probably the Julii, because they didn't show it to us when they initially showed us map information. So the Romans are starting to get rolling. They're starting to get rolling. I'd like to think at some point the Romans will attack the Greeks, because the Scipiones will want Syracuse here, and that will kind of hopefully draw the Greek tension westward away from me. But I'm not 100% sure whether it's actually going to work out that way. We'll have to flipping see. Sorry, back to you, Claire. I thought that was quite interesting.
Yes, indeed. Sorry, I was just trying to figure out how to do something in chat, but never mind that. Yes. Sorry, it was quite important business of figure out how to show you pictures of puppies.
Oh,
so there you go.
Puppies.
I just want you to know I wasn't being distracted by unimportant business. But we have to wait a little bit for that. That's a little bit
Boo!
further down.
Boo! Puppies!
Shout out to Ollie Ollie, who gave us €10 even.
That's also acceptable.
That's also acceptable.
That's also acceptable.
Shout out to Larry, who gave us $10. Said Happy New Year and stuff. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year indeed.
Shout out to John, who gave us $5 Canadian.
Best dollars.
Said it's so damn cold out in Canada. What better thing to do than watch the Rome stream? Thanks for the content. And shout out also to Yuri, who said long time watcher, first time chatter. I love you guys, but you really could learn a thing or two from the Mongol siege, Paul.
Shh.
There you go. I think people do think that you have. Yeah.
I made that battle hard work for myself, but I think actually it was quite an impressive recovery afterwards. I will say that. I think we recovered pretty well from what seemed like a fairly hopeless situation there, which I hope people will acknowledge at least. Right, I'm going to end this turn, and we'll see who is going to do what next, if we get any big changes in the world at this point. So you get over here. That city continues to grow. I'm not doing anything with Crete right now. I'm just kind of hoping the Macedonians manage to hold on. They should be able to resist that force. Yeah, okay, the Macedonians are holding on in Bilazora. They're okay for the time being, and for once they're not under siege. And I would imagine that... Oh no, they're back under siege, I saw it! They were straight back under siege there. Okay. We've got someone new who might want to be married into the family. He's 33, so I'm going to say no until we get someone a bit younger. And then, yeah, the amount of money that Cadonia is going to make is just going to jump up like crazy. But I will actually build a wooden palisade first, just for safety.
Okay, so I have a question here in the chat from Paul.
Yes.
Who wanted me to ask you if you're going to try and get a Cretan archer unit promoted to be part of his faction family.
If it happens to happen, that will be lovely.
I did not know that was possible.
Well, technically, if you don't have a general with you or a family member, anyone who is a captain who wins a battle can, if you don't have enough generals and if you get lucky, be promoted. And any unit can be designated the captain for that battle. Very often it's just like what the game deems to be the best unit that's present is. So it is quite possible for a Cretan arch, for some guy who's attached to a Cretan arch unit to be made into a general. Yes, that's quite possible.
Yeah, so I was I'd not heard that, but that's cool. That's
the origin of Julianus Vatinius. That's why.
Yes, that is back when I was watching but not editing the videos, so I would have them in the background while doing other things and not...
Doing other things? Good lord.
I know, it's like I wasn't hanging on to every single of your words when I wasn't working for you.
Crazy. Absolute crazy.
Nonsense. Oh dear.
Right, I need something here. I'm just going to build a practice range here because I need some new military infrastructure to repair my army with because, it's been a bit of difficulty. Maybe get some new cav. Not proper cav, but just some skirmish cav will do the job. Are you the actual... Yeah, you're just a family member. There must be plenty. Yeah, there's still somewhere there's a factioner and a faction leader of the Parthians, so we don't know where they are, but they're around somewhere. Oh dear. Right, we can't do anything with that just yet. Looks like there were no major changes around the world there. The bloody Macedonians just can't catch a break. They cannot catch a break, the poor dears. I'm hoping the Greeks... I'm hoping that the Brutii will swing south and attack Larissa.
Oh snap, people in chat, Pretentious Elizabeth and Thomas also are calling it the pre-Clara, or the BCE before Claire era.
Aww.
There you go. I mean, guys have been around longer than I've been working for the channel.
Lies.
I'm afraid by now, it's quite difficult to get rid of me. Anyway.
Oh dear. So we've just gained the ability to train those guys. No point really training. I could get Greek cavalry going on here. I wouldn't mind some proper... No, I'll go for archers. I'd like to get archer training facilities going on this side of the world. Even though I'm kind of leaving some trade income on the table as a result, I'd rather just get that underway. And I'd like to train, ideally, some peasants to... Yeah, I wouldn't mind training some peasants just to get Ancyra growing. But Ancyra is landlocked. It doesn't have the ability to have a port, so it's not as important we grow it as, urgently or anything. Yeah. Okay. Probably time we just basically moved into Pergamum in that case. I imagine we've got enough stuff. Yeah, we've got 5 of those things. This is the flipping ridiculous army of mercenaries. And all we've got to do, really, is get past a bunch of phalanxes... and then 2 family members. So go on then. Let's actually head down and take out Pergamum. 2 family members, only about 70 or 80 heavy cav between them. Phalanxes are not so bad as long as you actually can shoot them in the back. And this is the army that's got the Cretans going on. So should be manageable. And this is a minor city. Alright, this is not probably too bad anyway. I only will probably need 4 rams and... What are you? You're Thracian mercenaries. We'll leave you at the back just as an emergency one. I'll make a fair few breach. I think, we've learnt our lesson. We've learnt our lesson from last time. Bloody Cretans are damaged and basically no way to repair them because I think I auto-resolved at one point with this force, which was kind of annoying. Shouldn't have done that. Right. Start the battle. Boom, and boom, and boom. And, oh no, that wall's so thick we don't actually need another one. You go over there then. So leave that be. And have the Cretans move forward slightly. They've got their own archers. Just a handful of leftover Cretans. So you guys just basically get over towards here. Run forward into that position. And I'll also have my skirmishers move up as well. In fact, I'll actually have my skirmishers move very much up. Just to provide a bit of extra cover fire over to here. And I'll have my Rhodian slingers move up to mid-range in the middle. If all of you want to do that, you should be able to do some good damage between you. Someone shooting at my Cretans, probably their Cretans. But yeah, this is nice. They're marching this way, so they've got the shields on the left. So as a result, these guys being shot on the side, even though they're good quality hoplites, are losing strength fast. So I'm pretty happy with that. The Cretans are already down from... I think they were originally at 14. They're already down to 4, 3, 2, 1. And, okay, they've now lost, I believe, all of their long-range fire capabilities. They're backing off. They can see I've got too much firepower. So their units are now trying to retreat. I think there might be... Is there one left? Yeah, there's 1 unit left here. That's going to be torn apart whenever it tries to flee, so that's fine. So now we just need to basically... Wait, what happened to the... What happened to you guys? I told you guys to go and do this. Why are you not What's your problem? Okay, fine. We'll just knock down the flipping walls then. I guess it doesn't really matter either way. So at this point, they've fallen straight back to the plaza. Sadly, I can't give chase that fast, but for the most part, yeah, it's fairly light stuff. The hoplites are a bit meaty, but they've got Thracians, and my Cretans will tear them apart. They've got these lads, yeah, with or without armor. Then they've got 2 generals. There's a bit of meaty stuff in there. What's going to be the best angle of approach? Probably it'll be coming from, yeah, probably looping around this way and approaching from this angle. Then I've probably got a bit more space to work with, I'd say. It looks like they're trying to send forward Thracians to cover the breaches. That's an interesting decision. I'm not sure what they're hoping to achieve doing that, but okay. I'm going to summon these guys a bit further forward and these guys just a bit further forward as well. Just provide a bit of extra cover fire. The walls should start going down pretty soon, though. Can't imagine there's going to be too much more here. Yep, should all be fine. Then there's Rhodian slingers over there. You can get a shot at them. Yeah, shoot them in the back. Go for it. Looks like, actually, one of my guys definitely has a shot at the back there. Lovely. They still had some Rhodians, but those guys are going to take some damage pretty fast. Good. What cav do I have? I've got literally no cav but my general, which is imperfect, but there we go. Right, and as for the phalanxes, again, mostly it is, yeah, it's, well, about half and half mercenary versus not. Fine, screw it. Just send you up here and send the general forward. I might need some cav just for chasing duties. And I'm going to cough now, so I'm going to move over to Claire for a second while I recover.
Yep, we got a lot of comments on your previous battle. Kevin gave us $10 and said, I'm a long time watcher since Fallout 3. You only live once. First time making a stream, just in time to watch. A small miracle. #victory.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, I bet you thought it'd be snippier comments.
You know, if you... I would say, based on the position I was in after I made life very hard for myself, I think most people who know this game pretty well would actually concur, actually, that was a decently fought battle once, you know, we actually got into that stage.
Shout out to Sir Roderick Quincy von Thunderbottom, the magnificent hiking of Australia, who gave us $2 Australian and said, clear victory, right. And Pincolian, who gave us £5 and said, congrats, John, for managing to grasp victory from the jaws of a defeat you grasp from the jaws of victory.
Pretty
Try
much.
not to screw up as much next time.
Duly noted.
And shout out to Kaelthas, who gave us $2 and said, well done, John, you make Pyrrhus proud.
Yay.
Yay. So there you go. And then Grey Morality also gave us $23.45.
It's a very specific amount.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ah.
And so I can't stay much longer. I just wanted to say Happy New Year and avoid more Pyrrhic victories.
These guys have decided they want to come and take on my Basterni. Luckily, this time, the pelting them as they come is working much better. Though, admittedly, because they're walking this way, I am shooting into their shield, so they're not taking as much damage as I believe they should, but... especially once these guys come in. I think you guys have got a bit more strength to you. I'm just going to move you guys a bit further forward too. I'm going to turn you guys off that and off fire at will. Just a bit further forward. There we are. They're not quite sure what they want to do. If they remember to make them break, that'd be perfect. So you guys go, just a bit further forward. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. A bit further forward. Yep, there you go. That works for me. Don't really want to commit my Basterni into actually chasing them off, but I might just be able to scare them off by getting close up to them and then doing a war cry. If I can do that, that would work pretty well, because I don't really want to... I'm kind of wasting quite a bit of ammunition on these guys, actually. I'm going to turn, like, some of my guys off fire at will, just for the time being. Just because I'd rather have them not waste the ammunition. You guys just keep pelting... No, that's not even remotely what I told you to do. Go over here. There you go. That's more like it. So the Basterni are ready to go at this point. Who's still shooting, by the way? That's probably just the Rhodians. Right, okay. These guys are shaken. Stretch yourselves out here and go. Yep, lovely. Now we can just shoot them in the back and they go. And I haven't wasted more ammo from the Cretans because we turned them off fire at will. Works for me. Now you guys going to send more, or are we okay for the time being? I think we're okay for the time being. Yeah, okay. Nothing else is coming yet. So probably time for me to move into the city and bring up my archers and start luring them forward. Because I might be able to, from here, get some light taps in over the top of the houses onto the plaza. Which I think would be quite useful.
Yeah, we've got a message from Darth Trethon in the chat, who's another chat regular, who says, John handled the initial mistakes like an absolute mastermind. Nobody else here could have recovered from that and won.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yay! Was there like one of those /s indicating that was sarcasm things after that, or was that genuine?
No, I think some of them actually like you,
Yay!
John.
Irritatingly, my Basterno have been faced as fronted up against the Thracians, which is going to be a bit of a grinding slaughterfest, but Basterno, actually, I started off weakened. I might win that just because Basterno are superior, but we'll take some damage doing it. Yeah, we've chased those guys off. I'm actually just going to back off with my remaining Basterni, because that's provided the cover I needed to let my phalanxes come up, and that's all I really wanted. Because I'm just going to draw them into a trap at this point. So, just let them step away. Let them step away. And there we go. I'm going to cough aggressively now. I'm about to declare for a sec.
Yeah, Dionysus of Babylon also in the chat saying only some of us actually like John.
Oh, boo.
Well, I think he meant him too, but I don't know. Shout out to Anthony, who is another regular, who gave us $5 and said, I'm no Mega Raptor, but I love you both.
Oh.
So there you go. And we'll go to Ben after you are done with the battle so we can look at puppies.
Oh,
you can't
puppies.
do that right now.
And these guys have walked right into the trap I wanted, by the way. These militia hoplites are walking straight into my militia hoplites, and I've got Basterni coming right up behind them, and no one likes a Thracian right up the backside. They're already wavering, and will probably momentarily fall apart because they're surrounded, unless of course the next unit makes it up in time, which would be very irritating. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. They're sort of working. There we go. Now, back off, back off, back off. Pull the Basterni back, if I can, because I want now the Basterni to do the same trick again. Because they might fall for a second time if they can get away in time, but I suspect they might actually run into the phalanx and break. Actually, they are impetuous. This unit is hard to break because they're impetuous. In fact, they might actually refuse to... They might refuse to... Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get around the corner, get around the corner, get around the corner. Shaken. I think just about enough of them are going to make it around the corner. They've just gained experience. And now, okay, those are the proper hoplites. Good, this is what we needed. So the proper hoplites are... the proper hoplites are... Yep, there we go. The prop hoplites are now going to come up against the militia hoplites. So the advantage should absolutely lie with the prop hoplites. I should have actually made sure it was my... Actually, I don't have a single... I suppose I should have made sure my pikes were here. I don't have a single pike. There's no phalanx pikemen here. No pikes at all. This unit actually has completely broken its phalanx, however. So, non-phalanx hoplites versus, you know, like, actually in a phalanx militia hoplites. I'm not sure who wins that. Well, if we can surround them, we will. Come on, guys, just hold on, hold on, hold on. These militia hoplites are taking some damage, but if the Basterni can just get up the arse here... I should Warcry, really, but I just kind of want to get them involved, because I think I might be able to trigger a break momentarily. Yeah, there we go, there's the break. And Basterni are halfway to cavalry. They're so fast, they should be able to run these bastards down pretty easily. And my voice is also cracking a lot. I'm very sick, I'm very sorry. So just keep chasing these bastards down. Get over here, get over here, get over here, get over here, get over here. I might be able to manually force them into a better position to do some of that. What the hell's your problem, horse? Right, now, start chopping. Lovely, 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 lovely. Stabby, 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 dead Greeks. Sorry if you're Greek, by the way. Oh, God. Dying. Right, so actually, they've managed to throw away a very significant proportion of their strength into the Basterni there. In fact, there's actually not much left aside from damaged units and the actual generals at this point. So, there's technically still 44 hoplites. I'm not going to send my actual Basterni charging straight into that. Instead, I'll move you up to here. I'll move you guys forward over here. Just pull the trap up, and that will give my Cretans space to move forward. That's going to take a bit of time to draw up, though. So, Claire, back over to you while those guys are just pulling into position.
Yeah, we've got Omer in chat saying, hello, I've been watching MATN for a year now. I started with Fallout, and then I fell in love with you guys. Thank you for the quality content and making me happy when I'm down.
Oh, thank you very much indeed. That's very sweet.
And also shout out to Alexander, who gave us €2 and said, for the cult of Jonk. Jonk for war chief.
Jonk is the best war chief, unquestionably.
Also, Anthony gave us another $2 just now and said you should have a shot of lemon juice. It sucks, but it works.
I've got this syrup. I've just got this. It's just water with sugar in it. It's great.
Yeah, the slightly lime and mint flavoured sugar water.
Yeah, it's mojito flavour. Mojito flavour. It's pretty sweet.
Well, we have lemon one as well, and we do have lemon juice. I've been having loads of tea with like lemon juice and honey. Myself, but anyway, we've also got a question in chat from Navalicus, who wanted to know if you've ever done battles with viewers.
As in Rome?
Well,
no, I've barely played any multiplayer Rome at all. I've always been a single player Total War player. I've barely played any multiplayer like ever, actually.
Well, we were in chat telling them about like community playdays and things that we've done, you know, like the chess thing and whatever.
A fair few people, of course, did suggest after I did the Battlefront 2, the proper Battlefront 2, 2005 video the other night, that they would be interested in a big multiplayer event. Let's just say the Battlefront 2 will be returning in some capacity. There might be something of that nature at some point. I wouldn't bet against it anyway.
Okay. And a shout out to Nico, who gave us $5 Australian and said, I've been listening to the podcast. Did John ever figure out how cars actually work?
Oh, the podcasts?
Yeah.
Well, I think so. Like, because I did some reading around it, and after the fourth My Summer Car video, I think I figured out some of it moderately effectively.
Really?
A bit. I think I understand it better than I did.
But that's not super hard.
Shut up, Claire. Boo. Boo, Claire. This is why no one likes you.
They like me, I have a cult. It's because I speak truth to power, John.
Whatever you say.
Shout out to Scott, who gave us $2 and said, Happy New Year, and I hope Tabby is well.
Oh.
Tabby was in a little ball of fluff, snoring earlier
yes.
when we were setting up for the stream, so I'm sure she is fine. Oh, and that's... that message went through 2 different times, so thank you very much, and sorry about that.
Okay, we've got some heavy cav coming up right now. Luckily, it's coming up pretty slowly, so hopefully this will be able to do a pretty good job. As it's both coming up at the same time. I'm sending in more because these guys will probably break, and I'm concerned about. I don't want to risk the Cretans, so I'm sending them back. I'm sending them back over here, because they'll probably be damaged. But if I drop in 3 lines of phalanxes, it should be alright. But I'm just concerned about the damage that might be done. These guys just pushing in over here. I mean, the General's bodyguards are taking damage, like quite significant damage. They'll probably manage to cause these guys to break, but it's fine. I just told you to retreat. Get the bloody hell out of there. You also get the bloody hell out of there, thank you. So these guys, yeah, those guys are broken. You guys just hold still right there. They are indeed trying to get to my Cretans right now, but that's fine, because we should have enough strength going on here to hopefully just damage them. There we are. One of them's dead. One of the leaders is dead right now. Hopefully that'll trigger a bit of a break. There's been a bit of damage. I think like a very light tap to one of the units. So we've got 1 unit down to 25, 1 down to 27. So they're down from like 80 cavalry to about 50. We're going to naturally take some losses, because on very hard, heavy cav can just basically run straight into like phalanxes, and they just don't care. One of them's broken already and took a bunch of damage as those were breaking. The Cretan archers, I think, are pursuing, which is exactly the opposite of what they're supposed to be doing, but whatever. There's still 20 there. You guys get out of there. That's exactly not what I wanted you to do. Alright. So you guys just get over here. Turn your attention over here. Start chopping that down. By the time we're done, yeah, there'll be about not much left at this point. And then the archers should be able to just basically bait everything else forward. I think they've pretty much thrown all their strength at us. This one's gone much better. I mean, I know it looks scruffy because we've lost a lot of infantry, but like on very hard mode, you can't not. Because literally, just like anything will just be able to pierce your phalanxes. Phalanxes will break their phalanx even when they stay in phalanx mode, and they'll just go into fighting with swords most of the time. Just because the enemy has such a ludicrous combat advantage. like, Total War games vary for me. Like, some Total War games I really don't enjoy playing on the highest difficulties because the cheating is too obvious via the computer, and it kind of, it just bugs me. Rome I'm okay with, for the most part. But just sometimes, when you see, you know, your general seems to be made of paper, and their generals can just charge directly into prepared spearmen, and sometimes do fine out of that, is kind of irritating. You guys are being shot. Why are you being shot? What's shooting you? What? I think one of them managed to, like, squeeze through the gate and be shot by one of the towers or something. Like, literally managed to squeeze through the wall. I'm genuinely not sure there. That was kind of odd. Right, what's left? Not much, to be honest. I'm just going to move up one of my units defensively up to here. We'll move up the Cretans and we'll see what they have a shot at. Claire, back over to you while we're just drawing into that position.
Yeah, we're talking about the Discord and cake and friendship in the chat, so we're having a whale of a time.
Excellent. Everyone likes cake and friendship.
But especially cake.
Especially cake, yes.
Sorry, shout out to Benjamin, who gave us $5 and said, dang nabbit, John, put a little more forewarning up. I nearly missed the stream. Have some filthy money anyway for playing Best Battlefront.
Yay.
I think there was, definitely, wasn't there an announce yesterday for the stream?
Yeah, there was an announce yesterday for the stream. There wasn't an announce. Absolutely, there was. That is true.
Yeah, we've been trying to set up the stream a little bit earlier.
Yeah, like, so it's like, it definitely doesn't disappear off the subfeeds. Like, these ones, like, I think this one was up on the subfeeds like 15 minutes before ahead of time rather than like 5 minutes. So we have been trying to do exactly that, yes. Okay, what else do we have at this point? What's left? I think at this point it's just a handful of generals' bodyguards and 22 hoplites. Okay. That, I think, is manageable. In fact, if I can, I'll just kind of sneak you guys around the outside. Can you guys just get around the outside without actually triggering anything? Yes, I think you're fine like that. Okay, so in which case you guys just drop here. I'm going to bring up my slingers in that case because they still actually have ammunition. And I don't really mind if I lose a little bit of strength on them as much as I do for, yeah, the actual Cretans. So I'll bring those guys up and we'll see if we can sneak them around the back too. You guys just draw up nice and wide over here. In fact, actually drop a little bit deeper than that just for safety. That should be fine. And now you guys...
this has escalated quickly into baking friends into cake.
Baking friends into cake?
Uh-huh.
That's a good thing too. Okay,
there has to be a Tinder for finding friends to turn into cake. This chat is a magical place. This chat room is a magical place. Of happiness. And then weird. Anyway. Sorry, please carry on.
Okay, good. The general managed to try and chase down the Rhodian slingers and instead ran straight into trouble, which is good. These guys can now just start slinging straight into the side of here. So they will probably start... Yep, there we go. You go straight to the side of there. That guy flees immediately. You guys try and shoot this guy, please. Yep, they break immediately too. Now we're just slinging straight into the back of our own guys, so probably don't do that. Stop, if you'd be so kind. You guys can now probably just move forward a tiny bit. You've probably got the chance to move forward. You just kind of do that at speed. Whatever's left at this point. If these guys are going to be here... Yep, now take another shot. You guys, please. Yep, there we go. And another unit goes down pretty quickly. Stop again. Let these guys get into position. You're supposed to be... They sometimes just don't run. It was a very annoying ongoing AI bug in Rome that sometimes, like, you know, the unit card said, hey, we're running, and you gave the run on. They did not run. It's not running. It's not even remotely running. And you're not even tired. You're fresh. So don't try and tell me, oh, it's because they're tired, so therefore they can't run. No, they're fine. Right. You guys are slaying into... I feel bad for these hoplites. I feel very bad for these... Oh! Lol. LOL, as the kids say today. Right, and you...
Yeah, that's definitely what the kids say.
That is what the kids 100% say. I'm pretty sure, because I am a young person, so... Yes, you are. That's right, John, etc.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was paying attention to chat and not listening to you like you do to me all the time.
Don't pay attention to them. Pay attention to me. I'm the important one.
But they're talking about cake, John.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Okay, good. And yes, you are young.
Yay!
Not that I'm the same age as you. I'm going to keep saying that until it's your birthday. And then you'll be old again.
Boo!
For 6 months.
And mercenary hoplites are wavering, and that'll do. Job done.
God.
That's more of a clear victory, I'll take that.
Shout out to Nautilius in chat who's like, John, please never say lol again.
Okay, sorry, so I know it's pronounced LOL.
It's fine, he does say that in...
LOLs out loud.
He does say that in life in general.
LOLs out loud, indeed. I'll just do some enslaving rather than full-on extermination here. Repair up the walls, and what are the training facilities here like? City barracks. Okay, I'm glad we got city barracks and cav stables. That's nice, okay. So I can repair that up, and I can also get some actual cav going on. I'd like some Greek cav. So that's good. And also, you never had roads, apparently. Alright, fine. Don't bother having roads. Temple of Aphrodite, I think we can do without that as well. So we'll demolish that. And then the turn after that, growth rate here is really high. So, actually, you know what? It's like, when the growth rate's low, I say, oh, the growth rate's low, so I should compensate by having Asclepius, because the public health bonus will be, you know, high growth. And when the growth rate's high, I say, oh, well, the growth rate's high, so this city's going to be huge, so I better have the Temple of Asclepius, because then that will minimise the risk of there being, you know, a plague there. So it doesn't matter whether the growth rate's high or low. I can say, oh, a Temple of Asclepius would be the right way to go. Actually, this is probably, like, not a bad place to train units, because it's close by to Greece. I'm actually going to go for Hephaestus here, because we've already got the city barracks, we've already got a market, we've already got the cav stables, and we've already got a... Wait, what? Where's the... Hang on. What? Claire? I'm going mad. I've officially gone mad. Claire?
Like more than usual? What's going on?
Where's the... Oh, there it is. Okay, fine. I was looking... What was I looking at? I swear there was... Was that always there? Have I gone mad? I just couldn't find the... I couldn't find the practice range, and I feel like I've gone mad. But it's there now, so it's fine.
Also, did you leave Discord on in the living room? Because I think I can hear pinging.
Oh, possibly.
Do you want me to go turn that off?
Yeah, just go turn it off.
Right.
I didn't think I left it on. Go and find out where Discord is and turn it off. Oh, dear. No Claire. I think she's getting a drink as well. Dear, oh dear. Oh, John, you didn't give me a drink. You expect me to work in reasonably hot conditions for hours on end without water. Where?
Okay, I can hear you. You didn't put the filter back in the fridge?
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. Do you need water that's been chilled by a penguin inside the Antarctic?
No, I'm just saying it's really rude to not put the filter back in the fridge.
Well, screw you. Basically, it's my rebuttal. Yeah, you want to see my rebuttal? Here's my rebuttal. Yeah, that's right. Ha! Showed you.
Yes.
You can figure out what just happened for yourselves at home, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, you're ridiculous.
Hurry up and turn off the Discord and get some water.
I can't. Your computer's password protected.
What?
Well, it won't turn on. It wants a password.
Right, okay, don't worry, we can fix this. Right, Claire! Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a one-off here. Claire is now going to play Rome Total War. Claire! That's Claire! What? Play Rome Total War. Make decisions, go!
No! No! Absolutely not! I mean, I don't even... Oh, we have a lot of money. What can we spend the money on?
No, Claire,
Chat!
stop! I've changed my mind. Get out of the chair, Claire.
I know, it's a comfy chair. I don't know that I want to get out.
Get back in the Claire chair.
Oh, you have syrup. That sounds tasty.
Get out of the chair. No, both the drinks are for me. No drinks. No drinks for Claire. All drinks are for Jonk. Get out. Boo.
Oh, Claire Channel takeover. They're very happy about that. The problem is that I spend enough time like talking to chat and trying to figure out like the super chat and everything that I don't think I've followed like the actual game closely enough.
Lol.
On like a macro level to know what to do with all the money.
It's a healthy surplus. But
you know how I am with a healthy surplus in Rome, or like in fact in any Total War game.
Mm-hmm.
I tried playing. The first time that I tried playing Warhammer, I did.
You mean Warhammer 2 Total War? She means.
Yes, Warhammer 2 Total War.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that will apply to also real Warhammer, but I did run.
You do better than me. I never played it.
But I did run my Dark Elf Empire right into the ground because I made too many armies too quickly, and then I had no more money, which does in fact apply to playing Warhammer with miniatures too.
Mm-hmm. And we got. How did you do that? Did you just see that retreat? That complete bullshit retreat that blatantly shouldn't have been allowed.
Oh, yeah.
Bullshit on toast, game. Bullshit on toast. He's over here somewhere. Where the cock's he gone? Where did you just... Oh, I'm sorry, you're allowed to run over there, are you? Yeah, sure, whatever. What the flip ever. Pfft. Unacceptable. Unflipping-acceptable. Right. Now we've also got Bostra that should be able to fall into our hands pretty easily there. In fact, actually, I might just... If I can... I'm just going to drop a save. If I can auto-resolve that one, I will auto-resolve that one. Let's just see how likely it is. Yeah, that one looks pretty likely. Clear victory. They still got a fair few kills. Whatever. I'll just do a quick enslave.
Aww.
Oh, what is it?
It's not nice. Warshmeister gave us $5 and said one of these days Claire's gonna kill John and no one will even care because she already rules MATN anyway, and no one will... I will miss him.
Claire will totally miss me.
Yeah.
Mainly because there's probably a time limit on how long you can keep MATN going without me. Given
okay, but like... I was trying to be nice to you, you ass.
Uh-huh.
Anyway...
It's an extra 400. What's the best way? What did that make? That would make an extra 200. That's not the most important thing in the world. I'd probably be better off just... Actually, are there elephants around Jerusalem? Hang on. What's
you should buy some with your nice healthy surplus.
There's... I've already got elephants training up in Antioch. But you're going to train elephants where there are elephants. No, there's camels here. But I don't think the Celestials have any camel units you can actually train, so I'm not sure that applies here. I'll just go for the dockyard, actually. Just try and up the amount of money being made, given this guy is I've actually got a management specialist going on here. And Alexandra can have some good stuff, too. Public baths probably would kind of be a good idea, but also be a terrible idea. Large Temple of Asclepius is better, because that provides happiness and health. So that's fine. And everything's looking okay around here for the time being. I could do with getting some spies further afield. In a perfect world, I'd like to get some more spies going on, but I kind of need them around here just to keep an eye on things. I might just quickly send you up here. So what's going on now? Don't tell me I can't see who's got this place besieged. Okay, it's... Oh, bloody hell, it's a big arm. The Thracians really want the Macedonians out of this game. They want the Macedonians out of this game so damn bad. It's ridiculous, in fact. Is there any chance I can get an angle where I can see that? No, I can't. That's not a bad position for him, though. Okay, so we've got this army at Pergamum here. We're just training up some new stuff there. I've also got some new forces being trained around here. Some good quality infantry being trained here. Pergamum has the, did I just say, yeah, that's got city barracks. That's good. So I can actually get some phalanx pikemen there as well. So I'll be able to train up a decent quality army here. If I train up enough phalanx pikemen, support them with some Crete archers and get some cav going on, my next target should be going over to Rhodes. It'll be really bloody difficult to take, but it's got to be worthwhile having a poke at them. Alternatively, I could, if I thought it was vulnerable, head directly to Sparta. Because if I can just basically get a foothold right in the south of Greece, that will kind of screw up the Greeks. But if I want that, I'm gonna need more spies. In fact, I should just basically get more spies. I think Halicarnassus has a marketplace. Yes, it does. Right. New spy. Get the spy over here. This guy, what can we train here? Literally nothing. Well, that's fine. He's just going to stay there until Cadonia is secured with walls anyway. So we'll send a spy over there. We'll have some spies in South Greece so we can actually keep an eye on what's going on. All in that part of the world right now. Antioch is continuing to train elephants. Sidon is continuing to train chariots, but I believe there's a giant pile of, basic militia lads here that should actually move over to Sidon. So we just get rid of that, and we'll retrain all of these guys to give them massively improved weapons and armor. Get another Scythe chariot going on. Pretty soon, there will be a really, really swish army ready to go out of Antioch with the new lad, who can basically probably march straight over. In fact, actually, that's probably the best thing to do. who's not doing anything productive right now? Salamis, let's get a new actual fleet going on here. Let's get a new fleet going on. Actually, Jerusalem can have triremes. Let's get triremes going on as well. Let's not waste time on biremes. I'm just going to go for the triremes instead. Alexandria probably has a decent port as well, doesn't it? Yes. Right, let's build a big force of triremes. We'll merge them in the south. That can escort the new force I'm trading here via a much faster route over to Greece, because we're going to need a decent fleet sooner or later, because when we go to war with Rome, as we inevitably will sooner or later, we'll end up in a scenario where we'll be taking on all the Roman factions simultaneously, and, like, loads of them have ports. So many of them have ports, it's going to be trouble. Where's my diplomat, by the way? I had a diplomat somewhere. Let's get him moving in this direction, because I need him, ideally, to go and find some more Romans or some other factions full stop. So I'll have him just move over there. It'll take him a while to get there. Hopefully the Romans will build some better roads, which will save us a bit of trouble. Okay, Mazaka, I don't think we can do anything with yet. We've already got that place up to strength, pretty much. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this turn in that case. Let's just see what happens next. And I swear, if this guy just immediately comes from here and attacks the reinforcing force, I'm going to be very annoyed. It's going to be really irritating. The Parthians do not want to chat in the end. The Scythians are coming around. And actually, very quiet turn. Those guys started against doing anything. I could go for... I could attack these guys, or I could go for here. Probably my best bet is to swing by the more difficult place. It's quite a bit of strength there. How much strength do I have? Probably not enough. Can you get around there? You can't get to either of those cities right now, can you? No, you'd fall one space short, unfortunately. Okay. Armenian capital. Now, let's weaken them a bit. Let's head straight over here, because I can just batter my way in. And this is I think it's a town. Now we're a bit close. Let's just have a look, see what it is. Because with my elephants, I can move straight in. Faction leader, peasants, Eastern infantry. That'll do. That'll do very nicely. With just those guys, I should just be able to walk straight through that. But because it's a faction leader, I'll probably handle that personally. Because, and actually, it's a large town very close by to 6,000. So I can turn that into a Roman town imminently. That works for me. That works for me. I'm going to go in there straight away. So, anything I need to know about you in particular? Nothing. You're good. Comedian +1 morale, but nothing too spectacular. For the most part, it's just a case of... How many archers do I have with me? 3 units of archers and elephants to batter down the gate, plus some scythe chariots if need be, but honestly not really required. Shouldn't be too difficult. Glad this will give you a good opportunity.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Worm, who gave us $2 and said, thanks for reminding me how much I love real Battlefront 2. And also shout out to Megaraptor, who gave us another $20 and said, I remembered what I wanted to ask. How do you see where you're setting your units in Total War? Like, when you set some units...
you hold spacebar!
Yeah.
Hold spacebar. It's pretty much been that in every game, actually. Like, pretty much as long as the franchise has been around. It's been that for a very long time. So, yeah, you just hit your spacebar, and that works just fine. Right, so, start the battle. Send my elephant straight over to the gate to blow up the gate. And send my archers forward to shoot down anyone even remotely close by. Yeah, there we go, there we go, there we go. My own elephants are slightly squishing my guys. Luckily, they get back up again. They can't be killed by your own elephant. Once your elephants have gone berserk, they can kill your own guys. Not before. So, someone elect one elephant to go forward to go and be like the elephant, please. You guys all good? Yeah, everyone ready to start firing? Good. Everyone. This is the elephant. This is the elephant that shall be... Oh, he gave his elephant a pat on the head. Lovely. So now our archers can immediately start tearing apart the Eastern infantry. They'll probably try and flee this way, and they'll probably be hit in the back, which will be a lot worse for them. Lovely. So, those guys losing strength very fast. They've lost about, coming up on 25% of their entire strength is already gone. Probably more once this final volley hits. Yeah, lovely. They've lost pretty much bang on 25% of their strength. The general's the only one I'm particularly worried about, but now unfortunately they've got to kind of come back the way they just came, which is very sad for them. You guys should probably move forward a little bit further, because right now you're not contributing much, because if this guy's going to try and make it back to the plaza, you'll be in a good position to actually take him down. The gates are only going down 2% to go. Elephants are a very slow, inefficient way of knocking out gates, but it's still better than nothing. So those gates will go down sooner or later. But in the meantime, we can just start pelting these guys. Are you about to try and run out to meet an elephant? In theory, it wouldn't be the stupidest thing for you to do, but... Okay, let's just wait for that to happen. In that case, they've decided they don't want to do that. You guys probably just want to push forward a tiny bit. In that case, everyone run. And that positioning should be fine. In which case, I'll also just start bringing up some of my other lads. 4 phalanxes of actual proper pikes with reinforced upgraded weapons should be absolutely fine. So now they are indeed, yeah, my archers are now just shooting around like crazy. What have we got you up to, by the way? Down to half strength and more happening yet. We'll have plenty of arrows, so I don't mind these guys just pelting them. Down to 100, down to, and now being shot in the back. Yep, 70, 30, 20, and back to be finished off. And that is pretty much job done there. Yeah, job done, lovely. So we have an entry point. I would like my elephants to make one more if they can. What would be the most sensible thing to send in? Actually, you know what? The sensible thing to send in, no, he's already falling back. Fine. Pull the elephants back. I don't need them today. The most sensible thing I could send in would probably be Greek Cav. Send in some Greek Cav because it's already damaged, so that'll be fine. We'll use that to take the gate. You guys can just pull forward a tiny bit further. We'll see if I can use that to bait forward any of the other units. So he comes in here, comes round here. Any interest? No, maybe. Okay, let's see if I can just pull them forward a little bit. Yeah, I might be able to do it a little bit. Just go to just 2x speed, not more than that. And looks like we've got some movement. That's some movement. Start pulling out. Yeah, looks like they are trying to get some light javelin taps in. Back over here. And just walk very slowly back towards the gates. Keep distance. If you can just maintain distance, that'll be fine. Now you guys have got range up to about, yeah, just a bit closer, bit closer, bit closer, bit closer, bit closer. Everyone just get a little bit on the close side. And now I think we'll be alright. I'm just going to bring forward one unit right to here, just in case anything stupid happens and he actually runs out of the gate. And now, if I just move around the corner here, then this guy should take the bait straight into that. Thank you. And momentarily, the archers are starting to come into firing range. And these guys should momentarily too. Yep, there we go. Here we go. Good fire, good fire. Now he started running. I wouldn't actually mind using my... Oh, yeah, that's the thing. That's more like it. That's a lot of fire. Now, who are you firing at? Yeah, he's trying to take out the... How did you break already? You massive cowards. Actually, if he decides he wants to actually pursue outside, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world at all. You guys just basically walk forwards. If he wants to take the bait, then let him. Yeah, now he's now just stand right there. Now stand and fight. You guys now back off to one side, and you back off to one side. You guys just start moving forward at this point. You guys start moving forward. You just stand and fight over there. Most of the forces, yeah, there's 85 left at this point. You guys now fire. Yeah, launch your... Apparently you can't. Interesting. Why have you not got a shot? Why have you not got a... I'm not sure where the center of their line is right now. The problem is what they're aiming for is they're aiming for what the game deems to be like the central point of the unit. Now they've got a shot, and now they've got a shot, and this is just a beautiful, beautiful little death trap these guys have walked into. This unit is still secure, and now we can just watch arrows coming in from one side, and you guys can probably stop, by the way. You're probably literally walking into... Maybe don't be there, actually. Actually, no, it's fine. He broke just in the nick of time. And that is a 100 strength general down to, like, 20, 18. This was a faction leader. Down to 18. How much damage did we take? We sacrificed, like, 60 phalanxes for that. That was... Yeah. I think that was actually pretty good thinking there to pull the archers apart and then just kind of shoot him as he came down the middle. Because that was really the only dangerous thing actually left in the town. After that point, it's just the peasants. So I probably shouldn't throw this one away. This time, I think we'll be fine. And in all fairness, they've got the reinforced weapons and armor, which did help out a lot. So that was good. Right, let's just send in one phalanx. At this point, with only, like, yeah, that many guys left, we should be fine. Just basically push forward with some archer support behind them. Claire, back over to you while I just do that.
Sorry, just taking a drink of water there.
Oh, you see, this is what happens. When I let her off water, she's like, oh, I can't work, I'm too busy drinking.
Okay, shout out to Glaskey, who gave us $5 and said, Donald Trump jokes aren't funny, they're hilarious. Keep it up, Claire. We need more of your humour to balance out John's stupidity. Well, I mean, I wouldn't phrase it quite like that personally myself, but sure thing. Shout out also to Snowdo, who gave us 20 euros, and David, who gave us £5, and said, I forgot to ask earlier, what do you both think of the new Total War Thrones of Britannia trailer?
I think it looks like a fun period of history. I think it looks like it's, you know, a good blend of the current generation Total War mechanics that I like. It's apparently built on the Attila engine, which with some optimizations, which I think a lot of people will like. We haven't seen much about how they're planning to do, for example, sieges yet, but I like the fact that it seems to be, you know, the factions seem very distinct from each other, which is nice. It looks like there's a lot of promising stuff there. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, you know, Creative Assembly actually let me get my hands on that pretty soon. I haven't actually played nor seen that one in action yet. It was too early last time I was hanging out with Creative Assembly, so I know nothing about that one. Yeah, last time I was hanging out with CA, they were just showing off Tomb Kings and Laboratory. So, unfortunately, no, I can definitely acknowledge Tomb Kings exists. That's definitely fine. Because the NDA was until it was announced, and that's good enough. That's a clear victory right there. Happy with that one. That actually was a clear victory,
Okay,
damn
well
it.
done. Well done for a clear victory.
Yay!
As a reward, let's talk about Ben and his puppies.
Yay, puppies!
So shout out to Ben, who gave us £10 and waited patiently until I had an occasion to show you the puppies. Hi John and Claire, I'm not going to give you loads of money like Mega Raptor, but I will bless you with the news that my doggy had a litter of 9 puppies.
9 puppies? That's so many puppies!
I know! And he says, the little girl I'm keeping, I named her Bacon.
Oh, can I see Bacon? Do we know which one's Bacon? Is it a picture of just Bacon?
We have 2 pictures. We have a picture of the mum with all the puppies.
Oh, the mum looks slightly stressed out.
Yeah, with 9 puppies though.
Yeah.
And this is Bacon. This little one, the brown one, is Bacon.
Oh, I
She's
like
very
Bacon.
Yes.
That sentence works in so many ways too.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I can actually show you guys in chat these ones because they were sent to the Miniature Nerd. They were sent by DM to the Miniature Nerd account, so they might not load if you're not logged in to Twitter as Miniature Nerd. But I'm sure we can find a way to.
Yeah, just like host them on Imager or something.
If Ben is okay with that.
Yes. Yes, good idea. Get permission from the puppy holder, and then we can share some pictures.
Yeah. Well, obviously the chat is now asking me to link the puppies that I'm not sure.
Hashtag puppies.
Yeah. Anyway, so.
You could just upload them into the subreddit because that's got its own image hosting built in these days.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you could do that now.
Okay, so the next message that we've got is from Kale. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but we're talking about the pronunciation of it anyway. They gave us $5 and said, by the way, Latin expert, would my name be pronounced Kael'thas or Kylethas? I've always pronounced it the latter.
How's that being written?
And it's being written like this. Can you see that?
Ooh, interesting, because that's not a usual... I would probably say Kylethas would... I's, I would say probably almost certainly were I's in Latin.
Yeah.
In standardised, like, late Republican Latin. The problem is, like, we sometimes don't know for certain exactly how exact pronunciation would have worked for ancient languages. Sometimes we just cannot be absolutely sure. We can have a pretty good idea, but very often things as simple as, like, you know, diphthong pronunciation guides written by ancient native speakers don't really seem to exist.
Yeah, because
so we very often don't have them.
To say it. Yeah, definitely. And sometimes you can... Yeah, sometimes you can get it if there's like a rhyme with another word in like a poem or something.
But ancient poetry generally doesn't rhyme. Ancient poetry scans.
So
with short and long, because obviously particularly in the ancient Greek language, there are specifically, like, you know, there's omicron versus omega, there's short O versus long O, so it's much easier. And there's very clear rules about whether a diphthong and with letters around it is short or a long sound. And we define Greek poetry it's entirely about scansion, and short and long, it's almost never rhymes ancient poetry. That's not really a thing.
Sure thing.
There's a fun fact for you. Ancient poetry doesn't bloody rhyme.
Yeah, sorry. I was going to say there's definitely several instances like that in Old French, like Old Frankish and that, where we know how things are pronounced because of poetry, but then that just rhymes a little more.
Which would indeed be quite useful, yes, but unfortunately doesn't always help out with Latin and Greek because we don't have that as a help. Very tragically. I mean, we can sometimes figure it out, for example, like Greek comedies has word plays, which can be quite useful.
Yeah.
But it's, there's not much of it left, and sometimes it's rare instances, and we can't be sure what it actually really, it's very unlikely a particularly curious word we happen to want to know to pronounce happens to have been used in a word play in a comedy when there's not much of it left. So it's hard for us to say, unfortunately. We can't always tell, very tragically. Right, I've already done everything I need to do there. Yes, that's everything I wanted to do there. Already present. There's a spy being trained. No, sorry, that spy's done. Right, so spy moves to here. Can we get that? Yeah, we can get that straight over to here. Nice. And there we... How can you not properly see that area of Greece? Too many bloody hills. Right, there we go. So right now, Sparta is... How can you not see... How can you not properly see Sparta? You're the worst spy. Worst spy.
He is very close to Sparta.
And it's because there's a hill here or here. It's a hill. Hills do block line of sight for spies.
Well, is he outside of the border of the Sparta territory?
That doesn't affect spies' vision range. They can see over borders very, very easily. I mean, it's always struck me as odd that, in Total War, hills block line of sight. Because hills block line of sight if it was, literally hills. But, we shouldn't assume that this guy can, if we're assuming it's he's literally what he can physically see, you can't see Athens from Corinth. Okay, no. He can't do that. So if we're just kind of actually saying, okay, his range of influence is his information networks, he's a spy and he's got contacts, and he can figure stuff out, and he can move around sneakily and whatever, then mountains shouldn't block his line of sight. But it's kind of weird, because it acts like it's literally what he can see as his vision range, but then, that doesn't make sense, because when you consider the scale of things, it shouldn't be that in the slightest. But I guess maybe in the shrunk-down world of Rome Total War, where, if you're just kind of sitting in Crete, you can look over the world and say, oh, look, there's Greece over there. Yeah, 100% you probably can, because everything's really shrunk down. It's kind of funny. Any changes of anything going on, by the way? No, everything else seems to be broadly under control for the time being. Keep you moving, by the way. Keep you moving on. No, don't let the bloody Romans get in your way. Go over here, speak to the Dacians. Then once you've spoken to the Dacians, speak to the Julii. Get some more map information out of them. What happened up here, by the way? Still very much under siege. Oh dear, poor bastards. Can you see... Okay, here you can see this, but not that. Oh, I hope those guys are okay. I feel so sorry for the Macedonians. I really do. Okay. We've got to find a way to... Corinth is pretty vulnerable. Sparta may or may not be vulnerable. Athens actually might be more vulnerable, which is kind of interesting. Let's move this ship back over here. The Cadonian force could probably... It's got an elephant with it. We could... but it's a city. I'd have to sacrifice some elephants to make it into the city. I could do... But then there's a big force here, actually. I'd just end up sieged back out. Right now, I think Greece is not quite vulnerable enough for me to invade that way. I think I'll need to draw together a bigger army. The army I'm pulling together over here will probably be a decent one.
Oh, John, settle a conversation that we're having in chat. Notilius and Megaraptor do not agree on who was responsible for the burning of the Library of Alexandria.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know things.
Okay, it's...
Or is it one of those things where it's starting like a 15-minute essay on all the context and things?
Slightly, yes.
Oh, sorry.
Slightly, yes.
I didn't mean to do that.
Let's just say it was sad and move on.
Yeah, that's why the conversation started, is because we were still sad about it.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, shout out to Unmorbid, who gave us $5 and said, thanks for the stream, I really needed something while I'm sick, and also thanks for playing the real Battlefront 2.
This seems to be a regular repeated idea that's been coming up recently.
Yeah, so I made a thumbnail for Battlefront 2, the first one that came up on the channel, which was a more recent one. I made a thumbnail for it, and then the other morning I started uploading thumbnails before I'd had my coffee, which is always a bad idea.
Wait a second, I've just figured out how to sort this out. You said, who are the people who were arguing over the Alexandra issue?
Nautilus and Megaraptor.
Which side was Megaraptor on? What was his view?
That it was a natural disaster.
Totally a natural disaster. Terrible tragedy.
You know that Nautilus is also a sponsor on YouTube, right? Ah! Caught out! Caught out! Caught out! Arguments between regulars. So sad.
I still have to back Megaraptor. John, I'm cheap.
Alright, fine. This I want you to do a history lecture instead of continuing playing the game and talk about it, so...
No, honestly, it's not actually my favourite, it's...
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Huh?
I thought you'd enjoy talking about it because, you like talking about his story.
Mm-hmm. Well, the history of Alexandra is not... I feel like I wouldn't be well qualified to discuss all the history of Alexandra. I know it at a very high level, but I don't like talking about things in detail when they're not actually my areas of expertise. It's a high level thing I only know... I only know the context of insofar as it is useful for other topics. Honestly, I don't know how well read these guys are themselves, but it's quite possible they understand some of the minutiae of it better than I do. And I don't like to, put myself forward as an authority when it's an area that's not my area of expertise at all.
Yeah, that's fair enough, I think. Definitely fair enough. Anyway, shout out to Acrefrey, who gave us £2. And Fox, who gave us $5 and said, I finally made one of these live streams. Happy New Year from beautiful downtown Kent, best suburb of Seattle.
From which suburb of Seattle?
Kent.
I've been to Seattle a few times. I don't think I've ever been there. But then I suppose if it was a suburb, I wouldn't have had much reason to visit it. But I know some people in Seattle.
Oh, Freya in chat says John gained the trait apparently loyal.
Approve of that. Yeah, that's reasonable. I might actually be able to, just thinking about it, hopefully there might be some new mercenaries available by now. Yes, indeed. Good. Fresh Cretans, fresh hoplites. Lovely. Someone needs to be broken up to make space for that. Where's the damaged guy? Thracians. Yeah, I'll just merge those together and then break up the damage. You're a Basterni, aren't you? Yeah, you're Basterni. So we'll get rid of you. And then that's a full-strength army back here. Lovely. I could do with... Actually, if I'm not training anything right now, I could just train some phalanx pikemen to replace... who else is damaged or potentially needs to be replaced? You know what? The Basterni, I think, were pretty... Though they've served as well, they got pretty badly damaged on this occasion. I'm going to move them out to build the phalanx. Over in Sardis, I'm actually going to build a couple of boats here. I'd like to control the seas. At this point in the game, it's not very often you do this in this game, but I would like to have control of the seas. So as a result, I'm actually going to build a few more boats up. I've got a okay-ish fleet floating around somewhere. I've got a new fleet being trained over here. I've got... Yeah, we've got this force around here. I've got some boats coming in over here. I think I've got one boat... Yeah, one boat that's being repaired up in Nicomedia. In fact, I'll just add an extra boat into that too. Let's get a bit more going on there. Yeah, we've actually got some okay-ish fleets going on here. Byzantium is weak, but not that weak. Okay, I need to find somewhere to throw some money. Seawell, what do you want? You can totally have some farming. Anyone else want anything? Because I don't want to end up accidentally... Antioch's just about done. In fact, actually, are we ready to move these forces on? I would say probably we can actually start constructing a new force here. So, Scythe Chariot... Oh, no, give it one more turn for them to be done. In fact, actually, give it one more turn because they can come south and reunite there. So, give us another unit of... How many archers do we have? Only 2 more archers. Give us a couple more units of archers coming out of Antioch. Damascus is fine. Tarsus, I think, was also training some backup units. They can swing around to Antioch and be retrained there. Retrain. Just rearrange that. Thank you. Tarsus potentially needs a tax cut. Just slightly. Actually, it'll probably be okay next turn because the squalor will go down significantly when that's finished. That'll be it. Tarsus has grown so bloody fast. I think it just had a couple of guys there and they had a massive influx of slaves. I think that's mainly the slave population. Okay. I'm mostly happy with what I'm looking at right now. Sidon is, yeah, Sidon's still training. Jerusalem can just, yeah, that's training the fleet. These guys are training that. I might just actually have some backup units here just for safety in this part of the world. I'm floating 5,000, but I'm sure I'll find a use for it pretty soon. Yeah, that'll be okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe just have a couple of... Actually, no, don't have backups here. We're almost at 6,000 here. So keep those guys where they are. That'll be fine. You're strong enough to resist... Oh! Right, well, we found a force of... Where are you going? I'm really concerned. Okay, I'm going to set my fleet to follow this fleet. Not because I necessarily wanted to attack it, but because it will mean next turn I'll be able to see where it is. I'll be able to click on this fleet again, and the red line will lead me to it, even if it's gone to the fog of war. Useful trick there if you didn't know that. If you just set something to follow something, the red line will always lead there, even if you actually lose visibility of it. Because ships, once given a target, will always attempt to keep following it. Same works on land. So you can use that to follow units, even if you think they might be about to escape, if you want to make sure you always follow a particular thing, because it's a good target for being sniped. Right, end turn there. Let's see what's going on. I really hope the Macedonians can chase off the Thracians again. Otherwise, that's the end of Macedon, and that'd be very sad. There's a Macedonian diplomat. Probably begging anyone going for help. And, oh, yeah, I figured they might. I'm pretty sure that is the stupid force of Armenians attacking my reinforcements. I was kind of hoping they'd be in range, to be honest. You know, I'm going to fight this. Because if I happen to get lucky and there's a mountainside, I might be able to do a lot more damage than you'd expect. I'll lose, but I can take a lot of the bastards with me. It depends on the battle map. Let's see how well we've been lucky. No, it's pretty flat. It's pretty flat. I can be vaguely on a high ground. I'm not going to be...
yeah.
Huh?
I mean, that's not a very high ground.
I'm not going to be scummy enough to corner fight, by the way. I'm not going to hide in corners with these guys. What I will do, however, is I'll just take, like, the highest position going, which is probably this line right here. I'll take these lads, and I'll just stretch them out pretty thin in the forest, and we'll just basically let them come at us along this line on the hill here. Let's see where they are. They're starting over here. That's fine. They're moving pretty fast in this direction. Oh, those are horse archers. Oh, that's going to be hilariously good fun. They're probably just going to come over here and fire at us then. Okay, let's see where they're coming from. And they're just working around the outside. Oh, marvellous. Well, not much I can do there. Unfortunately, they're going to pick me apart with horse archers, which is a shame. Actually, they're not doing that much damage right now. They will over time, and the general's coming in to pick at me too. Bastards. Absolute bastards. You're not going to attack, are you? No, you're not going to attack. You're just going to stand back and use javelins. Fine. Well, this is happening. Claire, carry on.
We have people commenting on what you call a high ground.
Mm-hmm.
Noah Gravitas is calling it a gentle slope. Ultimate
well,
Powers.
it's the best I've got, alright?
Yeah, I know. Ultimate Powers says, I have the slight incline, don't you try it. And also shout out to Sir Roderick Quincy Font on the bottom, the Magnificent High King of Australia, who says, who indeed gave us $2 Australian, and says, you say hot conditions, meanwhile in Australia, it's winter there, so it's not winter there because it's winter here. I'm so tired.
Okay, let's just turn you around. They've actually... Their flipping general just basically got one kill. And I've got better after the flipping auto-resolve. 1 kill. 1! And he'll regenerate it because it's a general's unit. Marvellous, well done. This is more interesting. Now he's going to pull the force in from the city. Right, now he wants to do the same thing again, but this time we're going to get our reinforcements in, so we're actually going to get the proper army. I
love how they're like bright green.
Yeah, they're lovely. It was a colourful game, Rome to the War. Every game after that, they kind of made it a bit more muted, which was kind of unfortunate, because I preferred it the way it was. Okay, so we got the force in the town, which is fine. Obviously, I want to manually control that. Hopefully, we can handle this. This is kind of annoying because he's pulled my forces out of the city, and I'd rather basically leave those guys to die and say screw you all. But I'm not allowed. Now, what's the battlefield look like this time? Also, wait, hang on. Where's the... He was attacking me from... Claire, was he attacking me from the south?
don't know.
Which side of the... where? Oh, no, we know where they're coming from. There's the town over there. Good. Thankfully, Rome Total War is prepared for that. Because it straight up shows you where the town is. It's over there. Good. As I was like, which side are my guys coming from? Right. I just need to draw these guys up here. Sort of hope. And then over... Yeah, just kind of like that. And then from over in this direction, my reinforcements will be arriving. In come the reinforcements. Yay! Right. You guys, just come over here. Now, remind me what I've actually got in this army, because this is a bit of an odd army. I've got loads of chariots and also elephants. Okay. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So, oh dear, they've got Sarmatians. This is a big fight. This is a big old battle all of a sudden. Okay, just let everything enter the battlefield, because why not? And then we'll try and figure out where the bloody hell we are. You guys, get up out of formation and get in a hurry down over here. I don't want you getting caught out by those flipping bastards again. Okay, just wait for everyone to enter the battlefield. Those guys won't. Those levy pikemen are waiting because we're over the 20 unit cap right now. Okay, that's everyone. So, the current state of play is there's a handful of Sarmatian mercenaries, but they're damaged. There's an Eastern general over here. There's a flip ton of Eastern infantry, bunch of really badly damaged units at the rear here, and then a handful of damaged cataphracts at the rear as well. Oh, nice mountains in the background. That's a nice shot. That's a nice drama shot.
Yeah, that's very pretty.
Nice drama shot there. Nice. Rome is very pretty and remains pretty to this day. I think it's aged remarkably well. Right. So we need to basically just draw up in a fairly wide line of phalanx. I need every phalanx going to be in just a wide line here, and oh bloody hell. Those are the phalanxes. Oh, those are the phalanxes. They're all kind of sitting on top of each other right now. You guys as well. Nope, you're not. You are, though. And, yeah, fine. So you guys just forward and stretch yourselves out. Lovely. The archers can be behind you. There we go. So these guys are drawn up here. Archers just run into this position and hold your position behind those guys. In fact, actually, all of the phalanxes should probably just be out of formation and run there. We've also got over here, we got these two guys who can go and no, just the two phalanxes, please. Just the two phalanxes. Just the two. Thank you. Just the two phalanxes, please. Those two lads can be over here. They can head over to here as well. They can run. Unless they're already... Apparently they can't. All right, fine. Greek cav. We've also got elephants. Okay, I'll have one unit of scythe chariots. Actually, where's the other one? The other one is right here. Fine. I'm dying. They can just be here. The Greek cav can be here. The other scythe chariots can just be at the other end together with the elephants. They might be able to hand us the victory by themselves. Yeah, let's just have some more chariots around here and keep the elephants. Actually, they don't have any archers, I don't think. If they haven't got any archers, that's going to mean they're going to struggle to actually land much in the way of hits on us. And just at the front here, we're going to have... where are you? Hang on. Where's this unit? Oh, it's right here. Fine. I'll just have this guy as bait right at the front of the line here. And he can just basically stand and fight, and I honestly don't care. Right, so... Everyone start moving, if you'd be so kind. And, yeah, you guys just keep the general at the back for the time being. We should have time to draw this up for the time being. I don't think they're going to be in a hurry. The Sarmatian mercenaries just... Okay. If you want to charge, I'm happy to charge my chariots at your Sarmatians. Good flipping luck. You've got heavy cavalry, I've got chariots, so I think this isn't going to work out well for you. Yep, they've decided they don't want to do this. Screw your Sarmatians, screw your Sarmatians, screw your Sarmatians. Down from 23 to 6 and broken. Without loss to me. Alright, screw you, you did not want to do that. So that's bought me some time. Good. These guys are also impetuous. They might kind of basically go rogue and just decide to go and do their own thing. And the line has drawn up and is looking much better. These guys are... Why are you not running? You're not in formation. I told you to flipping run. Okay, there's more... Okay, the Eastern General wants to go up against my Scythe Chariots. That's an interesting matchup. I'm happy to basically chase off their guys with mine. And Greek Cavalry Light can... Okay, seriously, why are you not... Why are we not... Okay, I'm saying... Yeah, run after him. Run after him and run him down. Let's just get him off the battle map, please. What's happening here, by the way? There's... There's just a group of, mercenary peltas are just basically tossing at those guys. Nothing major. Their front line's not to be worried about. They can't break us. These chariots will probably take a few knocks because they're slower than just day-to-day cavalry. So probably the best thing we should do is we should actually bring these guys out of here. And now, actually, if we can, I'd like to turn our attention over to here. No, I was hoping they'd just swing around immediately. Okay. I might just actually pull these guys back. Otherwise, they will just start taking damage from knocks and blows and whatever. For the time being, everything seems to be under control. I'm going to put these guys back onto skirmish mode, so they'll fall back. But at this point, they don't really have much to show for any of this. These guys have decided they want to come over here. Okay, they're frightened by the chariots, and they should be frightened of the elephants too, by the way. Screw it. You know what? Even though these guys are spearmen, I'm happy to send my chariots in because they'll almost certainly... They're falling apart pretty quickly. Sending the elephants too will probably take a bit of a knock from all of that. You guys probably want to fall back at this point because you've lost your initial impact. Those guys are breaking. You guys have destroyed my own phalanx. These guys are falling apart over here. This unit is... that unit I think was caught out of position. Sorry, one of them did get caught out of position. That's fine. I've lost a few chariots there. It's not a massive loss, to be honest. I think we'll be alright. I'm going to respec these guys into a flank defensive force. Now what's going on over here? Oh, we've got some chariots going rogue. Scythe chariots going rogue over there. Some elephants that are taking some heavy damage, but they're okay for the time being. There's some peltas over there. I'm going to send my elephants over to the peltas. These units are going to cause me trouble because they're going to start running into my own guys. Yeah, the Scythe chariots are now doing ludicrous damage. They're just actually rolling up my own line, and I have no way of stopping them because my own actual phalanxes have no effect. They just chopped down about 20% of my entire army.
That's amazing.
Screw you guys. Right, the elephants have gone rogue too. The elephants have naffed off. What happens? Yeah. Where's the Greek cavalry? The Greek cavalry now needs to run down the peltasts. So we've lost most of the elephants. That's fine. They did their job, quite frankly. Mercenary peltasts just chasing out these guys. You take out these guys. You take out these guys. Hopefully some of them might recover at the end of the fight. What's actually left at the point? Don't you even think about coming back this way. Don't. I can't actually shoot them. I can't shoot them. So basically, your own Scythe chariots are vastly more effective at killing your units than the enemy Scythe chariots are. Because I have no control over these guys.
That's just amazing.
So I can't kill them. They're just literally running through my line.
Oh my god, amazing.
They're actually winning the battle for the enemy. Now they're running through my archers. I could not have done, like... The enemy, if the enemy had Scythe chariots, they couldn't be doing this good a job. They physically couldn't. Just look at the amount of damage they're doing. This is ridiculous.
Oh, it's this pile of corpses.
I hate everything. How... Yeah, that's right. Go and get their horse archers. No, not back this way. Go away. You work for me.
Bob Bubblington says, John, this is why chariots were phased out of warfare.
Wait, hang on. Spears down and spears down, please. Thank you. Oh, bloody hell. They were not this terrible in real life. They weren't this bad. Oh, God. I don't even want to look at what they're doing. Oh, they're trying to do that. They're doing it again. Naff off. Go away. Nobody likes you. Done so much damage to me. They're just going around in circles through my line. They're not even bothering with the enemy. Oh, God. Oh.
No.
This hasn't worked out well. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. Right, loose formation to catch these guys, more of these guys, please. Oh, dear.
Benjamin in the chat says, today on MATN, John regrets all of his plans.
Yes.
Pretty much.
I just want this battle to be over so I can just click the end battle button and then we can get the chariots back under control. Oh, God.
Vanek says, and this is why you invest in getting cataphracts.
Oh, dear. Cataphracts are good. It's going to take us a while to get there. I don't think we've got we don't have the infrastructure for that yet.
Jabba J says, this is what happens when your general has the plague. The modifiers are terrible. That's cute.
Okay, right. Let's just... What's even left that's not broken right now? I think there's like one unit over here. Some Eastern mercenaries that are trying to flee away. Oh, dear. Right, let's just send the Greek cav over to hopefully pick off that. And thankfully the chariots have at this point naffed off. We've actually lost... Well, it says percentage allies killed 2%. No, I don't really believe that. Unless the game is actually telling me that, like, units mown down by your own scythe chariots are... That can't be right. Like, look at the numbers.
John,
yes?
I mean, take it. It's not...
I feel like that's not going to be
like
how
a
it
lot
works
worse.
out. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
The scythe chariots looking at my Greek cavalry
No.
funny. Let's keep your distance, lads. Keep your distance. Those lads are fighty after they've had some drinks and several chariots. They're literally coming to try and intercept me. Go away! Like, you're not even supposed to be, like, they're not like they're actually supposed to be, like, you know, they've gone nuts with it. They're just, you know, they're supposed to be just, like, you know, we've lost control of them. So they're going to, there we go, screw it, go.
This is a heroic victory.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, here, look at this, okay, look at this. The enemy got 143 kills. I've still lost 600 men. 3/4 of my casualties are self-inflicted.
Oh, I see. I see what it's saying. Okay.
The cock is this?
Shout out to Acrefrey in chat who says, beware very hard mode where chariots are the PC's way of destroying your armies without any repercussions. They also left a...
Repercussions.
Repercussions.
There we go.
Thank you. They also left a message earlier saying the question attached to their donation that hadn't gone through was if you've ever played Drake in the Ancient Gates, a fantasy medieval style game where your mount is a dragon.
I have not. I do not know about that. No.
Dragons are cool.
Okay, so what's actually just happened is the Scipiones have skipped Syracuse and they've just gone and taken Carthage off the Numidians. So the Scipiones have made their first step into Africa, but now they're at war with the Numidians and the Carthaginians. So we'll see how fast they're capable of making progress there with that state of affairs. Excuse me, that might slow them down a bit. That definitely might slow them down a bit. We'll have to see. So, town grows. Halikarnas, I was expecting that to grow. So, we've got some problems going on here. Which is, remember that massive great Greek fleet we found? It's made land on Crete. It's come to Crete to try and get us, basically. So, that is a concern, because this is the force that's on Crete, and this is the force that's come to attack. Armoured hoplites. Cocking armoured hoplites.
Oh, sorry. Shout out to Wolfric who gave us $5 Australian and said the chariots are working for the cult of Clare. When will John learn? I didn't actually send them there. Those soldiers, they didn't do anything wrong, you know. I don't condone murdering soldiers with chariots just to annoy John.
Okay, we've got another problem. That's a different army to the one that was in the boat. There's a different army in the cocking boat. This is... Oh, blimey. Right, so there's this ridiculous force here. There's... What the cock am I going to do to any of this? I can't step outside to hire mercenaries. Because if I did, I'd move straight into this guy's zone of control. Because this town is too narrow, so I can't actually do that. Actually, I could step outside, hire the mercenaries, and then have to fight... My force would have to be a reinforcing force, or vice versa. Which is probably the better option. And I can't pick off this fleet, even though it looks vulnerable, because there's another fleet standing next to it that's strong enough that I wouldn't be able to. Oh, God. Oh, God, the Greeks. The cocking Greeks. Also, where did you come from? What are you doing there? Why are the Dacians? The Dacians are just there. I should probably try and make peace with the Thracians at some point. Oh, sure, just block the way, why don't you dick? Let's see if I can make peace with the Thracians. And... good. Okay, the Thracians are willing to stop fighting, which means I'm willing to trade with them. Let's just trade map information as well, please. And they just want to give 90 denarii for map information. Fine, I'll take 90 denarii for free. Nothing more I can do there. Unfortunately, fine. So we're not at war with Thrace. Which is good. I feel like we've got enough wars on our hands right now. Especially with the ridiculous Greek armies that are now showing up.
Okay, so Vanek says, put the general on the boat, move out of the zone of control, hire mercenaries, and then return to the city.
Not a bad idea, actually. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, I'm going to drop a save because it's going to be fiddly to do. Are you close enough to get in the boat? Yeah. Get in the boat. Now drop him off, like, right over here. Okay. And then there's Darn it, there's no mercenaries. Possibly he's just hired them. No, I bet he just has because he's got mercenary peltas right there.
Oh no.
Git, what a dick. I've got to try and win this fight. Because even though I'm probably going to lose it, darn. I had to at least try because I had a chance of maybe chasing off this force wherever it's going. Okay. This is going to require one hell of a hold. 1 unit of archers, 1 unit of elephants. A strong leader. Some pikemen, but he's got armoured hoplites and some peltasts. I'm just going to have to try and hold out. If they attack me, I'm just going to have to try and hold as best I can. That's all I can do. Or I send reinforcements down and basically just start picking off their cities and saying screw you. Okay. I've got a force here. What's this? That's not looking like much. Right, you chase that off. Get rid of them. Hopefully that'll sink. No, just naffs off. Fine. I move a double byreme round to here. What I have in Pergamum, of course, is a decent force. And I can retrain it too, apparently. Why can I retrain it? Oh, Hephaestus. Yeah, light weapons. So I can get some of these guys a little bit upgraded. And leave the damaged one, take the general, and then also train myself a new phalanx pikeman, and also, yeah, break away the small one. That's fine, take a phalanx pikeman instead. So we've got a good force in Pergamum. Okay, we do have a good force there. Take another step up there. This boat comes down here next turn. Turn after that, these guys can be picked up, and they can basically invade Athens. I think Athens, or rather Greece, threw most of its strength down here towards Crete for some reason. I need to speed up, however, the invasion. There's now 2 triremes here. Drawing that up with 2 triremes here, that's going to be enough. There's a new trireme coming in over there. Cancel the 6th trireme at Alexandria. It is not necessary. So 5 triremes swinging up north. In Antioch, meanwhile, we've actually got ourselves a decent standard of force here. Yep, you know what? This guy is... Who's the young kid who's actually decent? We've got... He's 34, untouched by fear, which is nice. We've got a 28-year-old, but he's also untouched by fear. A minor minion, subject of rumours, publicly loyal. Trusty and engineer. Not bad. Anything I want to move over to him? Yeah, I'll send him. No, I'll keep the decorator on this guy. Sorry, I'm going to pass over to Claire for a second while I just drink some water. My throat's starting to go.
Yeah, sure thing. A shout out to Joseph, who gave us $5 and said, I bet John leaves the toilet seat up too, not putting the filter back in the fridge. People have things to say about that. Delflick Maestro also gave us £2 and said, many a true Claire sit in John's chair. And Wolfric gave us $5 Australian dollars and says, one day Claire should play and John can read the chat. Larry gave us $20 and wanted to know if you've ever seen the Fallout 4 New Vegas mod.
I have, but to be honest, I've never got too excited about those mods because as a general rule, like, they are very slow to make. So by the time they actually come out, the next Fallout game's out. Like, I believe they're still, they were still working on, like, you know, turning Morrowind into Oblivion with the Oblivion engine when Skyrim came out. And now there's, like, attempts to turn Oblivion into Skyrim, and that's still not done. However many years later or something, and now it just feels like those things take so long, and like all you're doing is recreating the experience that already exists. Like, I can see the benefit of bringing over, say, some of the weapon crafting and whatever, and some of the gunplay, because the gunplay in Fallout 4 is quite nice and smooth, but I don't know, I expect, given all they've shown off so far is a very small technical demo that didn't involve any quests or anything, or a particularly complicated environment. They just showed off Good Spring Source, which is basically just desert with some plants. They haven't shown off anything complicated. I suspect it will take them so many years to make it. By the time they do, there'll be a new Fallout game. And then they'll probably, like, you know, the project will be shelved in favour of converting New Vegas into that Fallout engine, and I don't know. I don't get excited by those things, to be honest. I really don't. I don't find them particularly interesting. Sorry.
Yeah, by the way, Thomas just says he doesn't want you reading the chat because I'm better.
Aww. Boo.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you are much better than I would be at playing the actual game, so there
True.
you go. I think if we did that, people would just be really upset that I'm actually terrible at this game. Because I'd just be like, ooh, I'll buy loads of things and then like go fight loads of battles that I'm not ready for.
Okay, so we got this guy ready to go at this point. Ludicrous number of pikes, supported by some scythe chariots. I haven't learnt my lesson, damn it. We're going to do more. He's ready to invade. Greece. He's ready. This tax rate needs to be lowered. I'm ready to build an armourer right here. Get some Greek cavalry built here as well, because I didn't do that last time. Only 3 arch units, but that'll probably do. But actually, I'll cancel this and I'll build some cav. I'll probably send some cav with him. I'd like to at least have 1 unit of non-general cav there. So, have that there. Bring up the... Oh, God. Help. I'm dying.
Okay, a shout out to Walsh who...
In fact, I'm going to leave you with Claire for a second while I go and top up my drinks.
Sure thing.
I need some more drinks.
Well, yeah, but, like, okay. You go do that and I'll buy some elephant units.
No, don't buy elephant units.
But you said you wanted me to hang out with them. And we have to bond over elephant units, because, like...
Claire, you left the filter out of the fridge. She actually did. She's left the filter out of the fridge. She didn't fill it up again, and that's even worse.
Whoops. I didn't actually mean to do that. That is actually worse. Yes! No, it's not hypocrisy!
I'm sick and dying. I don't literally have no water. She didn't fill up the filter.
He's not sick and dying. Okay. Well, apparently I'm buying elephants. This is what's happening. Okay, so what time... I'm just gonna buy elephants in... Does Damascus want elephants? They only have horses. They should have elephants too.
Get out of the chair.
No, I want to recruit some elephant... Oh, I can't.
You can't. You don't know where they are.
Damn it. I'm getting out the chair.
Yay, John Chair. Woo. Oh, dear. Anyway, we need some cav. We actually do need cav here.
Elephants?
No, we've got elephants. We need cav.
Right,
we need traditional cav,
boring,
damn it.
normal cav.
Priest of Asclepius. Priest of Asclepius, great. Increases chance of having children, +1 to public health. Really good guy to have. Right, so he's pretty good. He's getting there now. So I'm glad he's picked up that. Sorry, back over to Claire while I just quickly check over this. This is the beginning of a new turn here. Or is it? No, maybe I just hadn't gone over the announcement yet. Yeah, this guy's still here. There's nothing we can do. I mean, I could evacuate. No, I can't evacuate anymore because now the ships... Okay, if we come into siege, we'll just have to send a reinforcement army from Pergamum. So this force is coming on its way. Okay, Sardis just keeps training good quality stuff. Now Sardis can just basically train tons of that stuff. Halicarnassus can train nothing of any value whatsoever, but it will be a city, so it can have a shipwright soon, so at least it will make some good money. Snope can't do anything right now, just keep training some new stuff there. Mazaka the same. Tarsus, again, Tarsus can just keep training some basic units. Antioch gets back on the training. Damascus can just basically go up as well. Damascus can't do that much. Actually, Damascus we can also... Damascus is close by. I'll cancel... no, it's fine. I'll let Damascus just get up to its next tier instead. Sidon is well overdue to bloody grow. I'll give Sidon a level 4 city because it's starting to get a bit crowded in there. And also needs to just basically keep training units. We'll just basically spam out phalanx pikemen there to cheer that place up. Jerusalem the same, Petra the same. Now I'm just sitting on 10,000. Yeah, what can I do? What's the situation up here? This is... I'm going to give them some paved roads just to help me out here. I can retrain... Actually, there's a lot of stuff I can retrain here. Good. I can at least get this army back up to speed in a hurry because my archers didn't take that much of a knock. My elephants are pretty crippled. I can repair the traitor chariots. Get the chariots back up to full strength, obviously. I really hope those guys apologised after they were done.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Someone in chat asked if you were making me stand because you said something about the chair. I just want to say, I do have a separate chair, alright? Like, he's a bit mean sometimes, but I'm allowed a chair, alright?
That's a good point. I'm not sure you should be allowed a chair. Chairs are for people who don't fail to fill up the water filter just after complaining about the water filter.
Mm-hmm.
Dear oh flipping dear, Claire.
Okay, shout. Also, you literally just said it was hilarious. You were literally just like, over to you, Claire, and then you carried on talking just right away.
That
and
sounds like a thing I'd do.
Yeah, everybody appreciated it for that reason. Shout out to Ollie, who gave us €10 and wanted to know how you move your unit formations in Warhammer 2 as a whole. Like, if you want to move a formation forward and stay in formation without right-clicking
I didn't know this for ages. What you need to do is there's 2 different levels of group, which is once you've grouped them, then next to the number that's been assigned to the group above the unit cards, there's a padlock symbol, which is by default off. Which means these units will all be selected if you hit the relevant hotkey, but they will not hold their formation. If you click on the padlock so it closes and becomes a closed padlock, then at that point, if you right-click drag, they will stay in the formation that they are set in right now.
Nice.
I did not know that for ages. And the only way I thought you could move the formation was using the arrow keys, which you can use to move while staying in a formation. But yeah, the way you've got to do it is you've got to lock the padlock, which is really fiddly, and I don't think it's explained anywhere. It's very fiddly, but I found that for ages.
Stuff that's really fiddly in the Warhammer 2 UI. That's just not really explained. It's very, very small. Sorry. Shout out to Walshmeister, who gave us $20 and said, I am not regretting my previous comment, but regardless, I would like to see games that revolve around mechs on the channel, like Armored Core 3 and its sequel for Answer for 360. Not sure if it's compatible with Xbox One.
I've been thinking about going back to some of the older stuff and doing Why Not Wednesday style stuff at some point. So we could certainly look at that as an option, yes.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Stuart, who gave us £5 and wanted to know if you are ever going to do a Doc Mitchell run in Fallout New Vegas.
At this point, I prefer it as a running joke than actually as the thing that might theoretically happen.
So mean. Will you add more mods to Frost? I'd recommend Gas Masks of the Wasteland and Subway Runner.
I think I prefer it as is. Like, most of the mods I've seen for Frost seem to be like to make it like either easier or mild aesthetic changes. I'm pretty happy with it as it is, to be honest. I like playing the vanilla experience there.
Yeah, and you said you're going to look at other mods that aren't Frost.
Exactly, yeah. After I've decided I felt like I've done enough Frost, which is basically like when I feel like I've done a bit of the main story at least. So, there'll be a little bit more there, but, I'm looking obviously at Dust as an obvious candidate, we'll see.
Also people in the chat are pointing out that in Total War Warhammer you can change the options to start with the padlock closed.
I never saw that. I did not know that was the thing.
Yeah. Kyle, who you helped us earlier with the possible Latin pronunciation, gave us $5 and said $5 more because I learned something today. My daily goal is achieved. Shout out to Frog Raider, who gave us $5 also and said, I don't really like Total War, but I so enjoy your commentary that the game you play doesn't really matter. Also, hello, Claire.
Oh,
so there you go. There's several people, I think just there
to say hello, Claire.
Well, just there to say hello, that they like your commentary.
Oh, that's nice.
Shout out to Matches, who gave us $20 and said, I'm very late to the stream, so I'm in a 2-hour delay. Happy belated Christmas and New Year, and I hope you start to feel better.
Well, he's got a nice thing to look forward to then when in 2 hours' time, where he really gets read out. Lovely.
And also that we're not feeling better.
No, probably worse. Probably worse. We'll wrap up pretty soon because our voices are getting close to collapsing at this point. But I kind of just want to see what the Greeks are planning to do next here with Crete, because that's unnerving me a little bit. So I'll have to see what happens there. Oh dear. I think I've done about everything I can this turn. That army's ready to start moving, but there's nothing I really want to hire. Yeah, I might try and get maybe one more unit of cav, but then that unit needs to basically start sailing, like, ASAP. That's probably pretty high up at the priority list right now. So, yeah. Drop myself a save. This force up here is just fronting up to the small Armenian force in the mountain pass. We'll see if they decide they want to attack me. They look, they've got quite a few units, but from how full the banner is, I think they must be damaged. So I'm dying. I'm not sure what they've really got. It's got to be pretty badly damaged at this point. And then I can just bring it all together with the repairs from here, and then we can actually knock Armenia out of the game, which would be lovely. Let's give it a go. And yes, as I was sort of... Oh, wait, hang on, that's not what I was expecting to... Oh, yes, it was. Yes, sorry, it was. Yeah, that guy has decided to come in, so he's got himself... Basically, it's nothing but infantry, a tiny number of horse archers, and he's some young kid. Fine, shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. It looks like we're in the base of a valley. Sadly, we probably won't get a mountain to hide on the side of. But if we had a bit of high ground, I think we should be okay because we've got the archers and he doesn't. Or rather, he's only got horse archers. Should be easy to shoot down, especially as they're already damaged. Yeah, we're in the plain of the valley, nothing major. Right, over to Claire while I just draw up a battle line here.
Sure thing. Shout out to Hansan, shout out to Hansan, who gave us 101 Swedish krona and said, "This month marks my 2-year anniversary as a patron. Thanks for all the laughs and the great stories. Long live Tabby, John, and the Cult of Claire. Hope you both get better soon." Thank you very, very much for that.
I have recorded the most recent patron cast. It was somewhat painful to do.
I have edited the most recent patron cast. There was a lot of coughing to
There's
cut
a lot
out,
of coffee
poor
to
thing.
cut out.
Yeah.
We're good. It's all fine. We're not dying, probably, hopefully. Dear.
Shout out to the Flip Flop Fatality, which is
Good
a name
name.
that I like. Yeah, exactly. Who gave us $20 and said, "Thank you for streaming today. I'm sick as absolute flip this weekend, and you're giving me something to do that's way better than rolling around and moaning. Cheers, my dudes."
Oh, well, that's lovely.
Yes, indeed. And shout out to Mike, who gave us 20 Swedish krona and said, "Thank you, John, for being awesome and helping me through."
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, and all other nice messages that will make you particularly feel nice and fluffy. Urban Cohort gave us $2 and said, "More clariots." So there you go.
It's a good point. Those bloody chariots are probably being driven by the Cult of Claire.
They literally send a message about that and you weren't paying attention when I read it out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Probably because I was distracted by the lack of water. Because, like, you know, you didn't fill up the filter.
You were not. You were being distracted by that island where you couldn't hire any mercenaries.
It was pretty important. I'm literally potentially trapped behind, like, multiple bloody tiers of Greek armies with armoured bloody hoplites.
I know, I was just trying to read out a joke, like, when it got sent out, so that it was more, like, relevant, but you were just too busy because you'd noticed that you were in an untenable position. Anyway, a shout out to sorry, there was a question about the army. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Ghost5, who gave us $5, and I thought this question was really interesting. How much negative morale does a general need until it makes them worse than a captain?
Ooh, interesting.
I know.
I don't actually know. I do not know that off the top of my head. I genuinely am not sure. That's a very interesting question. Anyone who does know that, I'd be curious to know it myself, but I do not know what the answer to that is.
Yeah. And Peter gave us £2 and wanted to know if you could make an army of just cav and elephants.
You can, and it would be very effective. In fact, like, very often in the late game as a Roman faction, like, just having one force that's nothing but cav, and heavy cav, is a good idea, because it can basically just travel around and, oh, obviously your force is flipping, my force is broken, yours didn't. Screw you. Because, just because cav can move faster. They can move a lot faster on the battlefield. They get bonus movement points, so it can be a good rapid response force. So there can be value to it just doing that there. So that's certainly something that can be feasible, but it's very expensive. And obviously it literally is useless in cities, so, you know, whether or not it actually worked particularly effectively is questionable. Right, so we've just managed to snipe off their general with arrows, by the way. So now everything's falling apart pretty quickly. So may as well just send my cav to mop up down to the last man. Now I'll continue on this occasion because, yeah, we are actually able to pretty much finish these guys off to the last man. So that will just be lovely. So while I'm just speeding through that, Claire.
Yes, sorry. Shout out to Paul Wilson who gave us $2 and said you deserve each other. And this pig.
I deserve better.
Excuse me. You deserve better than someone who has their own cult.
I deserve better than someone who literally complains about the filter not being in the fridge and then doesn't put it in the fridge themselves and leaves it completely empty when I'm sick and talking for 3 hours straight and thus need a steady supply of water.
I'm sorry.
Damn right you are. You know what you also are? You're fired. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Would you like to be the new Claire? Send your CVs. She's giving me the look. The unimpressed look.
I'm gonna write a letter to you about you.
Yeah,
right?
good luck with that.
Someone brought up that it sounded like our situation sounded like a HR nightmare earlier.
Oh, it is.
Do you want to tell them about the thing?
Oh, gosh darn crushing defeat. Yes, unfortunately, because we're only 2 people, but there needs to be like a proper little process for us in case of like problems like sexual harassment in the workplace or similar. In the event that like, you know, Claire has a complaint, she needs to write to me and then I write back, and if she doesn't like what I write back, she writes to me again. But me in my various capacities, like me as her manager, me as the director, me as chairman of board, etc. She just basically writes to me in various different ways.
Like, did John, the director of the company, John, my manager, was being horrible today. Like, tough love. But, as the people are pointing out in the chat, I do have a union, and Tabby is my union representative. So
that
if I
seems
have an
reasonable.
issue, Tabby
That's
can
not
bring
fair,
it to John.
she's too cute!
Exactly.
But she's so cute, how could I ever say no to her?
Exactly.
Ooh, that pay rise seems reasonable because you're a cat.
Also, because she's a cat, she demands a pay rise in cat treats.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm buying anyway, so...
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
She demands an increase in wet food and a decrease in pettings.
Mm-hmm. No, she doesn't demand a decrease in petting.
Sometimes she gets a bit
very
spooked by the
specific
pettings.
pettings, alright?
Sometimes she gets a bit spooked by the pettings.
She just wants to see us when we're coming around and not be surprised, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But also... Yep, no, I forgot what I was going to
Good work, Claire.
Alright, I am also tired, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I am also tired.
Okay, we've managed to pull together an okay-ish army here. There's some Scythians floating around nearby who are worrying me a little bit, but it's time for the final approach to the final Armenian city. Hopefully this guy will come out and attack me, because, oh yeah, at this point they're down to flipping peasants. A lot of peasants going on. So, I think we're pretty close to the Armenians being taken care of once and for all, and then we'll be in good shape. And Arsakia is ready to retrain Peltas and also get more Peltas going on there. That works for me. So we're probably fair to... Actually, they've got literally 3 sets of horse archers, which unnerves me. So maybe I'll wait till I've got a bit more strength to actually declare war on Scythia, and also when these towns are locked down a bit more. Because I'm worried they might show up with 10 bajillion horse archers, as they are occasionally prone to doing. Why did you just go, "Aww"?
Ultimate Power said that Tabby has gained the trait budding pyrocrat.
Oh,
which I thought was very cute.
That's true. I just want to draw attention to what's going on Crete now, by the way. It's up to 3 armies. Basically, the Greek cocking horde has arrived. In this game, on very hard mode, Greece has decided this game it's going to be a horde faction. Because it's brought cocking 3 armies. Look at this! Look at this cocking... Where are they getting this from? Where are they getting armoured 22 armoured hoplites in an entire army? And just in case that's not enough, which it is, they're bringing silver chevron Cretan archers. And triple chevron...
They're getting their army in the same place that Lord Masamune was getting his warpstone.
That seems about right, yes. I mean, at this point, I'm genuinely starting to worry that even if I brought a full stack army over there, I don't know if I've got enough. I genuinely don't know if I do. If I commit the entire army of Pergamum, like if we bring these forces here, and these forces here, and then I bring, if I were to... Okay, This army is not a huge army, and it's weakened already. Okay, take this entire army. Leave that one, because that guy's damaged. The rest of it is okay, but not spectacular. Bring it straight back down. Pergamum needs an immediate tax cut, and also some new units training in it. In fact, don't train those, train these guys. We've got the money to afford higher tech units. This unit comes to here. You enter the boat. Can you get to the... Okay. I don't like this... how good are the fleets? Because I'm not sure I dare risk being on the open sea in just 4 biremes, but... It's 4 biremes, it's probably safe. I'm going to bring this force over to... here, yeah. You know what? 4 biremes is probably safe.
HBNG in the chat says, don't croak this up, John.
I just think, at this point, like, the level of cheating that happens in Very Hard is very obvious. Like, they've got a full stack army just here doing nothing of not cheap units. Those are hoplites, 170 a go. They've got flipping, basically 2 full stack armies over here. They've got more armies just chilling out over here. The Dacians have just shown up for no well-explained reason. My stupid diplomat needs to go the long way around to get to Dacia. Because, actually, I could have just come and spoken to this guy, but I kind of want to take him in this direction because I want to speak to the Julii as well. And the... Oh, blimey, I think... The Macedonians are not under siege! For once, the Macedonians are actually not under siege today. Well done, Macedon. Bloody hell. I really hope the Romans end up in a war with Greece, because I kind of need someone to, like, distract the Greeks right now, because otherwise, sooner or later, they're going to attack Macedonia, and I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. The fastest thing I can make here is in 2 turns I can have barracks. With barracks, I could have... Yeah, with barracks I could have militia hoplites. Militia hoplites are okay. They do a competent enough job. Halicarnassus is down, that's up to 6,000. I can actually afford to train some more stuff there. So let's just get some militia hoplites out the door. And... This force is, yeah, now this is ready to go over to here. You're ready to come up to here. You're ready to join that force. That's 5 triremes. That's nice and solid right there. You now come up to here. This force comes over to here. We send one of the damaged units, or rather not necessarily that strong units, back to Sidon. We bring the cav down to the army. The army gets in the boat. And this force is heading over towards Greece next turn. That can actually start heading in that direction. So, we've actually got ourselves a strong army heading in that direction. But, in the meantime, I'm really scared for Cadonia. Like, our flipping factionaire is just chilling out there with not much. He can hold out with the benefit of elephants and a few skirmishers and some pikes, but not against all this. If they decide they want to move in, armoured hoplites, I've got no significant answer to. I've got to pick these armies off once by one, which I'm hoping this guy can buy me enough time with, because if I get lucky, if I attack these guys from the east, then the 8 squares, that would still draw this guy in. Yeah, unfortunately they're positioned in such a way as I don't think I can avoid... I can get these reinforcements in too, but then that will be... Oh, but then they'd have to be AI controlled, otherwise they won't be allowed to be involved. And when you give, units AI-controlled units, they immediately suicide, immediately. Whereas, the AI's units are cautious supermen. It's terrifying. Okay. Claire, over to you while I just try and throw some money at something.
Right, so if you're going to throw some money at something...
Damn straight I am.
We've got a suggestion from the Super Chats.
Yes.
Tree Shaker Talker gave us £2 and said you should build a mine at Kotais. It has gold.
That's true. There are good gold mines there, but I just want to get the road sorted out first. But you're right. That's a good thing to build there. Yes.
It. Do you have enough money to queue it?
I could. Yeah,
because
you're right.
We're gonna forget about it otherwise. And
there's only 4 things there, but yeah, you're right. I may as well queue. I've got the money for it, so I may as well.
Because it's just like we've been going a while, and if we stop, we're gonna forget about it.
Yeah, but I'll see it again next time. I'm just kind of skimming through all these units. I don't think it's a big thing I need to worry about. Actually, that reminds me. This guy, there's got to be some more mercenaries outside your territory by now. Yeah, I'll take all of them. I just need some extra manpower right now. Right. That is, that's a significant increase in manpower. That's good. I'm glad about that. Just train some more of those units. Are we already training more? I really hope I'm training extra peltasts. The extra peltasts will be useful. Yes, extra peltasts. Good. And also, May as well just retrain those guys. Apparently that's probably with a... Sleepies? Oh, there's a blacksmith there. Fine, so I can just slightly improve those mercenaries. That's nice. Yeah. Okay. We'll be fine, we'll be fine, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. Everything's okay. Nobody panic. Everything's fine. Apart from our factioner, who's probably boned. But aside from the imminent boning, everything's probably okay. And I'm desperately trying to throw together like a third army out of what I've got here. Can I try anything at Nicomedia? Screw it, just train more boats. Train more boats there. Ancyra can't do a thing because Ancyra's stuck in low-growth hell. Sinope's got plenty of territory. I could just actually... You know what, I'm just going to get some peasants trained here. 4 ranks of peasants, purely to send 1,000 people over to Ancyra, just to get that up to level 2 sooner rather than later. Pergamum will hold for the time being. 65% with new units coming in is not a problem. That's all I can do this turn, I think. So I'll drop a save, and if I'm lucky, the Greeks will not attack Cydonia. I mean, they've got a fleet there. I'm kind of hoping they'll naff off. Oh, that guy said he wants to come to me, which is quite frankly baffling suicide on his part. I mean, like, no, hang the flip on game. Sorry, the strength is only just a bit in my favour when he's got half the men, and some of those men are peasants. Peasants and Eastern infantry. Is this man Superman himself? He's not terrible, but he's not great either. No. I think this man shall be shot down where he stands, quite frankly. Unless, of course, the game is banking on my own chariot suiciding again, which is entirely bloody possible.
The game is counting its own cheating as part of the...
That's entirely feasible, yes. Oh, dear.
Aw, Craig says, are you sick again, Sean? Goodness, get some rest, man.
Oh, I'm happy with this, though. Look at this. I've got a nice hill.
He's ignoring you because he never gets some rest, okay? He doesn't like to stop.
Uh-huh. It's
but
fine.
Also, it's
Everything's
just been a bit difficult. Like, yesterday I almost didn't have anything to edit for a little while because John hadn't been able to record because his voice was flipped.
Yeah, pretty much. So that was good. Oh dear. Right, we've got a nice long line here. That's all fine. I'll just put some archers at the back in the rear. Yeah, I'll just quickly draw this up. Claire, over to you while I'm just quickly getting it all drawn together.
Sure. Shout out to a street lamp who gave us $5 and said, hey, John and Claire, have 5 of the worst dollars as a belated birthday present.
Oh, thank you very much indeed.
And shout out to Stuart who gave us £2 and said, can you play one of the Metro games?
I am thinking of playing a Metro game at some point. It's just a little midweek mini-series. Yes, that is absolutely something I am considering.
And also shout out to Patrick who gave us $5 and said, hello John and Claire, would you ever consider Crusader Kings 2? Either as a one-off or a short series. It's from the same company that does Stellaris.
It's something I've been thinking about for a while. I think it might be creeping closer.
Yeah, everyone always suggests Europa Universalis and Crusader Kings. It's hard to say.
How? No, it's not. None of those are hard words.
Europa Universalis 4, Crusader Kings 2. It's not hard. I'm just a bit tired. Anyway, Bob Bublington would like to know...
No, quickly. Community competition. Finish the sentence.
What?
What was the exact wording you just used there?
What? When?
I'm not X, I'm just a bit tired. Finish that sentence. What did Claire mean? Oh, dear.
Right. Bob Bublington would like to know when the Patreon cast will be out.
Hopefully Sunday. Hopefully Sunday.
Right.
Just going to focus my fire actually on the general, I think. And yeah, we've got some focused fire on the general to avoid actually shooting my own guys in the back. At this point, they're struggling to actually get past my lines. In fact, they've got no chance of getting past my line. And if they try, I'm going to send bloody chariots at them. So good luck with that. May as well send the Sarmatians, actually. Go on then, Sarmatians. Are you Peltasts? You're Peltasts! Right, good luck. Good flipping luck. I'm just going to send my own chariots out in a moment. Charge. And they're already scared over everything. So this is going to start, like, this is just going to fall apart so fast. Like, this is the optimal conditions to engage these guys in. And I'm also just going to, run straight onto their leader. I'm going to go straight through to their leader at this point and just smash into him. And chariots do a beautiful job. Oh dear. Oh flipping dear. 44, 41, 40, 39, 37, 35. Look at that heavy cav. Just torn, shredded. Absolutely shredded. Down to 20. Scythe chariots used correctly are a thing of beauty. Right. Well, that's all pretty much collapsed, which works for me. You guys go over there. In fact, actually, you guys go over there. I think they're trying to pull out at this point. They've decided this was all a stupid idea. Bit late to decide that. And I have got enough cav to chase you down, I would say. Get over there. You guys get over there. You guys get over here. And I just kept 2 elephants at the rear. They weren't going to attack. They're just basically here just to kind of, you know, provide some intimidation. Because like, oh, flip, that's an elephant. Yeah, 2 of them, in fact. Yeah, 2 elephants. Boom. So, this all seems to have worked out pretty well while I'm just mopping up. Claire, back over to you.
Yeah, a shout out to Pendural, who gave us $20 and said, thanks for doing what you do. I always look forward to your uploads in my YouTube feed. And we've also got a question from Lou, who said, sad to say, I'm still a kid, so I can't super chat, but I'm wondering if John will play Football Manager or Minecraft or Shogun Total War.
2 of those 3 already exist on the channel. Minecraft was literally one of the first videos we ever uploaded. It's a bit scruffy these days. It's very different to today's content. But if you literally search Many a True Nerd Minecraft, you will find it. It was me and you co-op, in fact.
Bacon!
It was. It was the first ever use of the word bacon on the channel. We can confirm.
Bacon!
Yes, indeed. There was a pig bacon joke. Many ways, Claire hasn't changed much in the intervening years.
Look! Bacon hasn't changed either, alright? Bacon is still delicious.
Oh, Chariots, you're making up for your disgrace last time. Well done. Well done, Chariots. Oh, beautiful. Yep, and we've played Football Manager, I think 2017, though admittedly I wasn't a huge fan. So both of those already do exist. Shogun may well happen at some point too, I don't know. On to the next.
Yeah, so Alex wanted to know, apart from Warhammer, which fantasy franchise do we think would be best for Total War? Or do we just want to see?
I think Lord of the Rings would be fun if they gave it a go, but honestly I'd rather they stick to historical games. I think the historical is better than the fantasy stuff.
Yeah, and I think Lord of the Rings is like less groundbreaking now than it was at the time that it was published.
Yes.
You know, I think we've had a lot of evolution in the like field of, I mean, alright, let's not lie about it. I think a Lord of the Rings game would be great. I would probably prefer a Game of Thrones one. But, you know, that's just me fangirling.
Yeah, but is there enough interesting variety of units in Game of Thrones next to Lord of the Rings where the distinct different races makes the armies more distinct?
Yeah, no, there are, because there's a lot that's not been explored in the books, and there's like a whole continent that's much less explored than the other. You know, could be like loads of different... Yeah, no, I think definitely there would be, because and there could be like hordes coming down from the north. Yes, is the answer.
Yes is the answer, okay. So
yeah, Thomas agrees with me, there we go.
The Greeks have still not actually...
Ooh, and there's apparently already a Lord of the Rings mod. I'm gonna shut up and stop like...
I think that's for Medieval 2, if I recall correctly. I think I've been told about this before. I'm pretty sure it's a Medieval 2 mod. Oh, the first Royal Palace is available. Alexandria is already up to level 5, which is just ridiculous. But that's just what Alexandria does. It grows at ludicrous speed. And Damascus hits level 3 as well. Good, that's some good progress right there. Glad about that. And we are the strongest faction in the world. I don't believe it. I think Greeks have got more oppressive armies, even if they haven't got the territory to back it up just now. Oh, flipping dear. Yeah, there's just Dacians chilling. I don't know why the Dacians. There's just Dacians. There's just some Dacians chilling out, and I don't really know what they want. Actually, the Dacians seem to actually have a fair bit of territory right now. They've expanded...
Ooh, there's a Game of Thrones mod?
What?
For Total War, apparently?
I literally just said that!
Oh, I thought you meant for Lord of the Rings. Anyway.
What? You thought there was a Lord of the Rings mod for Lord of the Rings? Yes,
No.
it's called Lord of the Rings.
I thought there was a Lord
Da,
of the
da,
Rings.
da, 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 da. Game of Thrones, 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 Game of Thrones.
They said, what fantasy Total War do we want? You said Lord of the Rings, and
Uh-huh.
then I said Game of Thrones, and then you said I think there's a mod for that.
Okay.
So I thought you meant there's a mod for Lord of the Rings.
There is.
Apparently there's a mod for both.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm just still don't understand. Anyway, they say in the chat that you said Lord of the Rings mod.
Okay.
But apparently, yes, Walshmeister just gave us $5 and said, to clarify, there's already a Game of Thrones, Elder Scroll, and Lord of the Rings mods for Medieval 2 Kingdoms.
Excellent.
Yeah. Bob Bublington says Claire.exe has stopped working. Not gonna lie, that does ring right, kind of true.
Oh dear. Let's wrap up today by just actually wiping the flipping Armenians off the face of the earth. That works for me. So they've got their faction leader left. That's literally all they've got at this point. Together with some Eastern infantry. Let's just move in with 2 elephants and sort him out. The elephant's going to open up the gates and then we're ready to go in. Finish the bastard off.
By the way, they all think that you've realised that you were wrong and felt embarrassed and got defensive about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great.
They assume I realised I was wrong. Pah!
Thomas says, I think John.exe is about to go too. That's pretty fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Titan wants to know if you will ever do realpolitik again, preferably without turning Germany Nazi again.
It was alright. I don't think it's necessarily a returning sort of a game. I think it was a fun little mini-series. That only got a weirdly large number of views. But I don't think it's necessarily one that's going to return for any particular reason.
It's got a weird number of views. Like, it's in an end card. It gets linked to regularly.
No, it's way higher than normal end card videos. I think it just ranked. I think it just ranked really high in the game, and the game got quite a few at some point. Just attracted a bit of traffic for various reasons. I think it was just high ranking in SEO. Was all that was really. And any anyone want to come and say hello? Okay, I'm going to send my elephants inside to see if that draws anyone's attention.
Soldiers have captured the walls.
Not yet, okay.
You'd think the elephants would bring attention.
They're just hanging out way over there on their plaza for the time being. So instead I'll just bring up a load of... Don't walk in front of towers, you stupid bastards! Oh dear. Are you about to do the same? Don't do the same thing again! Oh, well, there's 100 dead people. Oh, dear. I tried to tell them not to do it. They wouldn't bloody listen. Right, okay, let's just bring a handful of you guys over through into here. Possibly they'll respond a bit stronger when there's actual infantry through the breach. Sometimes they react a bit stronger when that happens, so we'll see if that happens. Okay, for now, no immediate panic. That's fine. 6 times speed. Claire, over to you while I just draw these guys up ready for the assault.
Sure, we've just got a message from I Can Come In, who gave us $2 and wanted to know if you're going to do a Tiny Metal video series.
I don't think it'll be a series. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't a live stream at some point. It strikes me as a really good, fun live stream candidate, I would say. So that strikes me as the most likely scenario there.
Sorry, sure thing. Mental Pigeon wanted to know if you've learned to play your ukulele yet.
Not in the slightest.
Not in the slightest.
It's a terrible, stupid instrument, I've decided.
I mean, it's also, like, a really cheap, crappy ukulele.
Yes.
That I got for, like, £10.
Yeah, damn straight.
Yeah.
Best instrument.
Sure thing. Also, Megaraptor wanted to know... Well,
Didn't he say he couldn't make it for the whole thing today?
yeah, he sent in a question earlier in chat, I think. I just have a few leftover things, but I thought this was an interesting one. He said, the only issue that I have with Warhammer is the city fighting, except the ones with walls. It is kind of boring compared to medieval and Rome. What do you think?
I agree that, like, I definitely think, like, it's not at its best when it's doing that, because while I like the focus of it, how it's just, like, one front, and thus it avoids, like, the cheesiness of some older Total War games, I don't like the fact that it basically sometimes feels like there's... It just feels like you're just kind of going... It lacks the flexibility. Like, when you compare it to, say, like, you know, the castles of Medieval 2, or, for example, or, like, say, the sieges and kind of try and take cities in Shogun 2, I think it's not very interesting. I think it's just not a particularly interesting thing in that regard. I just think, yeah, just it being one wall rather than, like... And I thought, like, Creative Assembly got that. Because, like, you know, after the castles leading into Shogun 2, like, you felt like, you know, okay, rings of concentric defences, that's fun and people enjoy that. But then they just kind of didn't really bother with that again, which was kind of disappointing. I mean, I can see why... I mean, I personally am fine with the fact that naval warfare was taken out. I've never actually enjoyed massively a naval warfare system in a Total War game. I've always felt like, okay, this is an unnecessary slow add-on to me. I'm happy with this being auto-resolved. So I'm fine with the fact there's no naval combat, but yeah, I do agree I would prefer a system of Medieval 2 or Shogun 2 over what we had in Warhammer and Warhammer 2, for the most part anyway. And speaking of the devil, income... Yep, the actual guys are now coming up. What's left of the Eastern General, down from 90 to 45 odd. He's already shaken, and it looks like he's struggling to pierce the front of the pikemen. In fact, he's going down so fast, I think he won't be able to. So I suspect he will break pretty soon before he actually is able to break through the front of the pikes. And once he does, then the archers will be able to do more damage to him. Yeah, more guys just pushing up, pushing forward. He's not successfully pushing through. He's managed to break some of these guys out, but I suspect, yeah, let's just speed this up. I think he's not going to be able to push those guys back. He's done a lot of damage to these guys, but now down to 8, and then some archer fire, and now he doesn't know what he wants to do anymore, and life is looking good. Fine. I'll bring up the reserves at this point, just because I'm feeling like they'll do a better job. So, no, not you. Send in the reserves. They're fresh. They're lovely and fresh and minty. So send in the minty reserves and bring these guys back over here. And bring 2 of you guys forward a bit too. Are you guys in position? Yes, there we go. Turn your fire at will for the time being, though. And just make sure everything's under control. Yes, everything seems fine. You guys come up the back of these lads, and everything should be okay. You guys got a shot? Okay, you haven't. Do you have a shot? Okay, I need someone to actually have a shot before we do this. And, okay, just in that case, bring you more of it to this sort of a position. That'll do. That's probably fine. You guys get into that position, and then archers just move up to here-ish. And then you have a... You have enough of a shot, fine. Stop there, fire at will, and draw them in. And they'll slowly be pulled forward. The general will be killed sooner or later. In comes the Eastern Infantry. Straight into the front of that. Finally got him dead. They break. Job done. Armenia is defeated. Nice simple way to finish off, to be honest. There wasn't much there. I think I just wanted to take that carefully to avoid losses. And we will... I don't need this place to grow, and it's already a minor city, so I'm going to go for an exterminate just for safety. In which case, what's actually... Ooh, not a bad little selection here. Fine. So I can actually get this place back up to... Yeah, I can get all these units back up to strength pretty quickly. Back in here, yep. So retrain all of that. And I don't think we need a spy. Instead, actually, I will send... Oh, we've ordered a spy there, and we've ordered a spy heading north over here. I may as well have... I'm just going to have spies basically on the edge of the Empire. So I'm just going to send this guy north. And I'm just going to make sure everything's safe up here. Though... For some reason there's... Oh, there is a road there. It's just currently covered by the fog of war. I haven't seen it yet. Fine. So I'll just have spies at both of the entrances through the mountain ranges. But we've pretty much secured the north there. Aside from just... There's a weird rebel patch just in the middle. We haven't bothered to go and take Palmyra yet. We could do it at any point, to be honest. But I think we're okay. And because we've actually exterminated that place, I'm going to take down this temple and probably, unless there's a reason, no, you know what, I'm just going to stick with Asclepius. I don't think we're going to bother with much training up here. I'll just take an Asclepius, lower the tax rate, retrain you. I don't need any more up here. That retraining is fine. Then that is, yep, the north pretty much well locked down, aside from the fact that I probably want to... Do I want to kick the Scythians out by attacking Praspar and then basically just say, you know what, I'll just hold on the bridge and here if they decide to counterattack? I might do, but before I do that, I'll probably want to build an archery range in this city. Oh, I can't build an archery in this city, it's only a large town. Is there an archery range in Arsakia? I could build one here, fine. I might just repair all my archers up before I do that, because I'd like to have enough archers to hold a bridge comfortably before that happens. And finally, I think this guy just got basically chased off by a rebel fleet. So the rebels now, I think the rebels actually have the strongest fleet going at the minute, which is kind of awkward. Right, just in case this screws me up, because I want to get these guys out the way, I'm going to attack you, just to basically kick you out the way, clear victory. Now I'm going to drop... Okay. I need to ideally drop this force next to the city, so these guys can't actually rush me. The problem is, to do that, I need to take these pirates out, and then that force gets chased. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm scumming this. I'm just scumming this right now. I was just hoping I might be able to get lucky there. Like, I'll take the stupid, unfair battle on the islands over the stupid, unfair battle versus pirates, because they've actually got a strong force there. If I land here, those guys, that guy can get to me. That guy, this guy's restricted by the movement of the city. He's stuck in the control zone. So I'm stuck in his control zone, but he's stuck in mine. So if I put... Which force is this? That's probably the scruffier force anyway. Okay. It's fine. I'm going to land my force here. That force is exhausted. I'm going to move my force into this thing here. I'm going to take advantage of this moment to repair that fleet and also build another thing there. And then maybe we'll be able to take out the pirates. Though actually, if the pirates are clearing out the Greeks, I'm okay with that. So I've got the terrible, terrible force here, but I'm hoping this force might come over and take it on. And then we've got this force right here who's just ridiculous, who's going to attack Cadonia at some time or other. Who bloody knows. And then we've got our main force coming in as fast as he can get here. But potentially, I might want that guy to attack Rhodes, because he can probably beat this force and then take Rhodes and then swim in. But I might need to reinforce Crete anyway. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I would say we probably want to end things off here for today. I think we've actually got a pretty interesting little cliffhanger to end on to bring you back in 2 weeks' time for, because how the hell we're going to resolve the Crete situation is a very interesting one. That's a very interesting question indeed. As indeed comes questions like, oh bloody hell, they're back under siege. The bloody Thracians are back. Oh, Macedonia just can't catch a bloody break. They just can't. I think they're cursed. They're cursed because they're actually, they're allied with us. The game decided, no. Anyone who shall ally with the human player, that person shall be boned forever. So, we have got to, next time, figure out how to resolve the Crete question, which is going to be a very big question indeed, together with also figuring out what the bloody hell the date is. How did you even get here? What are you just doing standing in the middle of Brutio territory? And also figuring out what our position with the Romans is going to be. Because, yeah, we need to figure out whether we could potentially be friends with them for a little bit. Maybe we may be able to lure them into a war with the Greeks. We'll have to try and figure that out. But while I'm just spending some money, Claire, do you have any final catching up to do before we wrap things up for the day?
Yes, indeed. Generalissimo Sego wanted to know what your favourite faction is in Barbarian Invasion.
Barbarian Invasion. I personally really enjoyed playing as both the Eastern Romans and the Sassanids. Though in some ways I think the most interesting faction is the Western Romans, which is a terrible faction, one of the most difficult campaigns I think they ever made. Incredibly difficult campaign. Western Empire, very hard on Barbarian Invasion. I'm sure I'll do that at some point on the channel. But it's a fascinating one. But I probably, for fun, I probably prefer playing as Eastern Empire or Sassanids.
Yeah, Nutilius gave us $5 Australian. Shout out to Nutilius, by the way, who was complaining that it was 6 a.m. in Australia 2 hours ago.
Blimey.
Says, would you consider doing a Dragon Age Origin or Witcher stream, or doing board games like the Fallout one again?
I think neither of those necessarily works as a live stream. I think they will be done as videos.
Sure thing. And some other guy, Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, gave us $20 and just wanted to say thank you for all the content that you all upload.
Oh, thank you very much indeed.
I think that's a nice one to end on.
Oh, is that us all caught up and up to date then?
Yes,
well,
indeed.
absolutely flipping marvellous. So, next week, ladies and gentlemen, I have an idea. I'm not going to say it because I have a rough idea for what I think I might want it to be. So we shall see about that. And yeah, in 2 weeks' time, we will indeed be back with Rome, where we try and solve the Crete situation and deal with the bloody Greeks. I was actually expecting to make a little bit more progress in terms of like a number of turns this part. We had some really interesting battles, so I'm kind of glad about that. And the situation with Greece is fascinating. Like they hold, just look at it's like look how much little land they own. They own that on the mini map, that tiny bit of Sicily, and then this bit of space, and then basically we own all of this. But look how much they're able to field. The game is cheating very hard right now. Very, very hard indeed. So, the flipping Greek Mongols are our next target here. The Grongols, if you will. So, join us in 2 weeks as we take on the Grongols. And in the meantime, wait, hang on, Claire's got anything else?
Yeah, because something else came in.
Marvellous! Go, Claire, go!
Yes, hi. Shout out to Tizzer, who gave us £10 and wanted to know, are you aware that everyone hates you in Medieval 2 because of a bug? Basically, when
I've patched that bug. I've patched that bug. It's been patched.
Alright, well, you don't get to have your sentence finished because John doesn't like people finishing sentences.
I've just answered the question, though.
Okay.
It's a known bug, and literally I fixed it. I put the fix in, and basically everyone hates me anyway. But it's mainly because I've attacked everyone. I'm unreliable and trustworthy and ludicrously powerful, and also everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I mean, I don't think.
I mean, in my universe
of for them to hate you.
In my universe of in my Medieval 2, like they don't call the plague the Black Death. They call the Danes the Black Death. Right? We are far more destructive than any plague could ever be. That's my take. That's my take on it. That's what I'm sticking to. Darn it. So let's just get back out to a lovely little title screen here. Lovely. But yes, I think we will wrap things up there, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be back in 2 weeks' time. And of course, a special little one-off stream next week as well. I'm not sure, have we decided whether it's Saturday or Sunday next week? Do we know for certain?
I think it's Saturday next week.
Probably Saturday next week, but there'll be a video confirmation as usual. And obviously, coming up tonight, we have got indeed the penultimate episode of Total War Warhammer 2, and later a bit of Skyrim as well. And thank you very, very much indeed to, where do I start reading from?
Just all those four.
Thank you very much indeed to Hamburglar79, Titan Darwin, Daniel Weir, and Ratum, who are the new YouTube sponsors as well. Thank you very, very much indeed. We should definitely actually add some new custom icons into that. That'll be fun. We'll try and do that this next week. That'll be fun. You've probably got time to do that because I'm behind on the recording because I've been sick. So you've probably got a bit of time to do that. So we should probably we will get that done. So that will be coming up very, very soon, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John.
I've been Claire.
This has been Many a True Nerd. Thank you all so very, very much for joining us tonight, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
He was a Cretan boy, she said. This still needs some work, actually.